out. Everybody wave. Hi. How is everyone doing today? We had a little late today. We had some upload speed issues that I had to fix because I wasn't gonna. Mama ain't got time to deal with that shit. But welcome back, everyone, to In Darkness Unbroken, episode 2, our Dragon Age TTRPG campaign. There's a spider, so we'll see how that goes. But without further ado, we're gonna let everyone sort of introduce themselves and their characters and their character's favorite color. So, yeah, okay. Because why the hell not? And we're gonna start with our wonderful game master, Emma.
Hello, everyone. I am Emma, or Hamalu on the internet, and I am your GM tonight through In Darkness Unbroken. And my favorite color is mostly green, but also purple. Purple and green. True to my Scottish heritage. She's having a cough. All right, who's up next? Let's go with Sarah.
Me. Hey, I'm Sarah, your friendly internet hype goblin. I'm playing. Who am I playing today?
Yeah.
Josette. I have been playing D&D all day. I'm sorry. And her favorite color is blue, like the blue behind me.
Hi, I am Satan, and I'll be playing Bella in Antivian City Elf Rogue, and her favorite color is red, like her hair.
And I'll be playing Arlen, and his favorite color is brown, just like trees. The bark.
And the dirt.
Of course.
Just
No,
like the dirt.
not like the dirt.
The bark.
The bark of trees. Come on
The
now.
bark of trees. Yeah.
He is the best boy.
I apologize. My wine went down the wrong pipe for a hot second there. So I was like, I was dying. But yes, hi, my name is Val. This is my channel. I'll be playing Robin, the lowborn merchant dwarf. Her favorite color is green. And I don't know how she feels about spiders yet, but we'll see when she sees it.
We're about to find out.
We're about to find out. Fun fact, there is a clip of me playing Dragon Age Origins getting scared by a spider, and it's, if you go look it up, it's pretty amusing.
Yeah.
I
It's
get
that hiss noise they make when they first come down.
it's just, oh man, like my cat was like sitting on the back of my chair, and I was like, oh god, and like she stood up and was like concerned about it.
Emma has seen me play Origin. I've literally just jumped every time. Like, fuck!
So, as a reminder, everyone, just like all of my other games here, we are a viewer-effective game. You can affect the game with your bits, subs, and donations. For every 100 biddies that you give one of the players, we can get a regular healing potion, which is great because we don't have a mage to heal us. Last game, we got a total of 7, so that was super dope. If you subscribe to us, you get to reward one of us with a hero point, which is super important, and I'll let Emma talk about that in a hot second. And if you donate to us, you get to kind of create an NPC, right? You get to create their name, race, or not their name, race, and class, right?
Yep, basically, yeah.
Yeah, so that's a lot of that's a lot of power that you can have with your money. So Emma, please explain why hero points are important and why subbing, just like Alyssa just did, Satan just did, gifting us a sub, and why that hero point is important.
Sure. So those points go towards focuses for the characters. Focuses in this game are skills that you get. It's effectively like giving them a proficiency in a skill, like in Dungeons and Dragons. So if you are giving them focus points, you are permanently impacting that character and making the character more powerful. So they're really quite cool. And I thought it was a neat way of rewarding submissions. So, yeah.
It's something you only usually would get during leveling up.
Yes, it's things that you get when you level up. So you're gonna help these characters get good.
So, Satan, who are you giving that focus point to?
I'm gonna give it to Arlen because he's a sweet boy.
Who likes the color of dirt.
Yeah.
Trees.
No, I like
trees.
I like it. I like him because he insulted basically the priest Cher when he realized he was racist towards elves. He's like,
insulted
when
the
you're racist to my
carpentry.
friends, I'm gonna insult your chair,
Mhm.
and I loved it.
Awesome, thank you. And we do
He is
apply
best boy.
those points towards like the end of the session offline, since
Yeah.
it does take like time to apply them. But thank
Yeah.
you so much, Satan.
Yeah, it's really appreciated, and those really are a very big deal for
Mhm.
characters. So, although if we're in a heavy RP moment, we might not verbally react at the time, but it is guaranteed we are very appreciative when you do that.
Absolutely.
It's really cool.
Thank you.
Anyway,
Without further ado,
yeah.
my friend, take us away.
Okay, so last time the group had been relaxing in the Drowned Nug Tavern in Highever. They decided to band together again for more work. A job posting on the Chanters board led the group to investigate a young elven mage who has apparently killed some Templars and gone on the run to avoid being put in a circle tower. Some information gathering was conducted in the Highever alienage, which is the slums where the elves live. And the group met a sweet elven guards. They met a bubbly but worried merchant and the elder of the alienage. The group managed to get some information from the girl's mother that told them that she had likely gone to hide with a nearby Dalish clan, who were traveling south towards the Brazilian forest. Some beauty products were handed out, and secret charity was given as well. Heading south through the wilderness, the group have been tracking the Dalish clan on their route to the Brazilian forest. As they camp out at night, Bella went to investigate some noises by the trees and was ambushed by giant spiders. So, everyone, roll some initiative for me. We're going straight into a fight. While
Did
they're
you say
doing that,
spiders or spider?
well, we'll find out.
We'll find out.
If you click on your token before you roll initiative, guys, we know that you guys can't necessarily see, but we do have a map up just to help with these guys for fights. But as we discussed, this game is new to all players. So I'm going to use this as an opportunity to help teach them through the system and also teach you guys at home as well. For this game, initiative is just rolling a dexterity roll.
Just so you just
I
click
clicked on my
Dex.
token, but it didn't like put it in there.
Okay, that's all right. I can do that.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's get some.
Yeah,
music
didn't
going.
add mine either.
It's okay. We will get them put in manually. Robin.
I am scared of these spiders that were described. Spiders that were as big as you. So I
Yep.
don't know how I feel about that.
Yep, they're about as big.
But I
as
know
you.
I don't like it.
Well.
So maybe I do know how I feel about it, but I don't like
I know I don't like it, but I just
I
don't
have
know
learned
how
how
much
to-
I don't like it.
Exactly.
Yeah. All
We're
right.
about to find out how much I don't like it.
Robin, what was your number? Your total.
Who?
Robin.
Oh,
Your-
me. So 11? 7 plus 4?
11.
Yeah.
Sure. Josette, what was your number?
It was a number.
It's 10.
10.
Thanks
There
for
we
doing
go.
the math for me. It's 10.
Good maths, everyone. Bella, what was your maths?
17.
17. And Arlen, what is your maths?
A mighty 6.
Mighty 6. Good job. Bella, can you also please roll for your dog?
Oh, yes. I forgot. I keep forgetting I have a dog.
Yeah.
Her dex. It's not
Uh-huh.
bad. Ooh, she got better than me. Oh no, she got a 16, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
So we got. Ooh. Me and my dog are on it, you know?
What was her number, sorry?
16.
Okay. And rule. Okay. 16. So consider your character's weapons and abilities. And also, I'm going to draw your eye to the cheat sheet section in case you stunt. This game is interesting in that if you roll a double on some of your dice, you get stun points, and those stun points let you do whatever it is you're doing with a little bit of extra flair. So keep your eyes on those, and keep your eyes on your numbers as well for these players, because if you stunt, you're gonna get to do something pretty kick-ass with it. Okay. Awesome. So, first up is Bella. You've just had a giant spider descend down from the canopy of the trees in front of you. What would you like to do?
I would like to get close to it, and I would like to use. Okay, so I have bluff, and so it can backstab when adjacent. So I assume I'm adjacent because I'm in front of it.
Yep.
And
So
it's a
you're
deception versus self-discipline. So my
self-discipline.
deception, yeah.
Okay, I'll do that. Not good. I got 10.
I got more than that.
More than
I
that.
got
Okay,
five.
so you have
Yeah.
succeeded in bluffing the spider,
So-
and you're able to apply some backstab damage.
So I get a
So-
+2 bonus to attack, and I deal an extra 1d6 damage.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna use my short sword. Roll to use the aim action.
Aim is a it's like your minor action, because you get a major action and a minor action in this game. So if you're not
So
using
can
anything
I
else for your
u-
minor, you can just use
Okay, I'm gonna use aim
Aim.
then.
sure.
And I get a +2 to that. So it is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Definitely beats
attack.
its defense. Yep.
Yeah, and I get 3 damage, but I get to roll an extra d6 because I use
Mhm.
bluff. And it's a 6, so it's a total of 9 points of damage.
9. Excellent.
So you
Okay,
see Bella kind of fake out the spider.
Nice. Fake out. Excellent.
Stab
Also in this game, when you're playing this, some of you might have played game systems similar, where you're trying to beat the defense of a creature, and then armor is a number that soaks some damage. So it's a game system like that. If any of you played Fantasy Age or the Game of Thrones game, it does something similar. All right. So good job. That is your turn, yeah?
Yes.
Fabulous. It is now your doggo's turn. What is Andriel gonna
Well,
do? She's in the
Andriel
tent right now.
knows. Yes.
Mhm.
Well,
Currently snuggled up to
Andriel-
me.
Yeah.
Or something.
Can she sense that there's danger, or is that, do I have to make her roll for it, or?
I will ask you this first. Would you have made a noise when this happened? When the spider came down?
I believe
Oh.
that made everybody wake up.
Yeah, because I was telling, I let Arlen know
Okay.
to keep watch, so I
And
don't know.
Arlen
It
was
depends.
making a noise. So she'll have heard.
Yeah.
She'll have heard that there's
Okay.
something going on. Yes.
So I assume she would go out of the tent, and when she sees her mom is in danger, this giant fuck off spider, she's
Yeah.
gonna growl and move to it. And her speed is
Mhm.
16. I don't
Mhm.
know if that gets me to here.
Yeah. I would say she could get there.
Okay. And she's gonna do a bite action.
Okay. As we are a teaching channel at the moment, I will say that she can use her major action to do a charge attack as well.
Okay.
Because she's moving, and that is something that your Mabari are very keen to do. If you are charging, you gain a +1 bonus to your attack roll.
Okay. So I'll have her charge. I'll have to add that to her character list later.
Yeah, that's fine. It's something that all characters can do. It's just something that I think
Okay.
Mabari definitely would. So.
Okay, so roll. So a lot. The 12 plus 5 is 17 plus 5 is 22 plus the 2.
She hits the spider, yes.
And she does 8 points of damage
Okay.
to this spider because her mama's in danger and she wants to save her mama.
She sure is. Okay,
Wow.
fabulous. Excellent. So it is now their turn, as there is another one that descends down. Gonna stick it here. Oh, it's small.
It's a baby one.
Well, no.
Oh no.
Okay.
It's just a brown one. You just had to focus it.
You had
Uh-huh.
to say something.
Yeah. So the first one is obviously going to attack you, Bella, because you were right in front of it and attacking it. So it's going to
That's
roll to try and bite you.
Mm-hmm.
So 13. Does 13 beat your defense?
Nope, my defense is 14.
Okay, so it tries to bite at you and it does not succeed in its attack. The other spider for now is going to go towards Andrew.
My baby, no.
Yeah. Because at the moment it can't necessarily see Robin as you're inside the tent.
Yep.
So it's gonna come and it is also gonna try to bite. Okay. 18 against
18.
defense.
I'm pretty sure that hits. Let me double check because that's not what I wanted. I'm so sorry. Pretty sure it hits, but I can't. The sheet's being stupid. Yeah,
That's
defense
okay.
is 13.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So it is going to do 9 points of damage. And it got some stunt points, so it is going to do its special stunt of a poison bite. She's going to suffer a -2 penalty until the end of the encounter.
A double baby.
So you can help her, yeah. So that is their turn. Next up is Robin. You are in the tent. You've heard some noise, some kerfuffle. The dog's suddenly gone running out of the tent.
The dog ran over me.
In alarm. yeah, those big paws.
Yeah.
You're aware that there's something going
In
on.
the
Yeah.
stomach.
So I'll like. So one, like, how does like the whole like sleeping in armor? Did I take off my armor? Like, what are the disadvantages to having?
There's not necessarily. If any of you guys were wearing particularly heavy metal armor,
Mhm.
I would say yes. Leathers, I'm not going to impose a penalty because
Okay.
you guys are out in the wild and a bit exposed. I don't think you would.
Mhm.
If you were going to bed in an actual room with an actual bed, then I would argue,
Yeah.
you would get changed. But out like this, as adventurers, I don't think you would unless you were wearing something heavy and metal.
All right. So with that, I'm gonna peek out the tent, not moving, and I'm gonna see these spiders, and
They're definitely the size of you.
oh no, and I would like to see if I can't backstab
Okay.
this
So
spider
you're
that's
gonna
in
try
front
the
of
movement, right? So
Yeah.
what is the opposing roll for that? Is it perception seeing?
me. It is stealth versus seeing.
Okay.
Yep. So is stealth just in dexterity or?
It's
Okay.
in dexterity, so if you don't have a focus in dexterity, which is why if you guys give focuses, this is something that they can acquire. They can get
Yeah.
things like stealth, like lockpicking, that kind of thing.
Mhm.
So if you don't have a stealth focus, then you're just rolling a straight dexterity roll.
Mhm. Okay.
And that applies for the enemies too, obviously.
All right. Well, I have a pretty high dexterity roll, so this is my dexterity roll. So that is 10, 13, an 18. So
Definitely beats the spider of an 11.
cool.
So you're able to backstab this spider.
Cool. And that gives me a +2 to my attack and another d6 of damage. So that's dope.
Yes.
And I'm gonna backstab it with my short sword.
Sure.
So I guess where it says D, where it has like the little dice, that's where I roll, right? Next to
Yeah.
short sword. Okay. Okay. So that's +2. So that's 14.
That is its defense, so you meet to beat.
Okay. Well, 14 is just the start. It's like more than that.
Yeah.
So it's like 6 + 4 is 14. I have to do the math because I'm ADD about this.
That's right. 11,
17,
12,
18. So it's like 18.
12, and then,
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
18. Okay, so here is the first d6, which is a 4. And then here's the second d6 that I'm just going to roll like naturally. So another 4. So 8 damage total in my
damage.
short sword attack. And
Sure.
then and that's all just like my major action, right?
Yeah.
So did
Your
stealthing
movement
text.
was the minor. Yeah.
So
So
backstabbing
the
was
minor
a
was your
minor?
movement. Yeah, because
Okay.
you have to use movement in order to do backstab. Bluff you can do when you're up close with them, but you
Yeah.
would have had to have come out the tent and come towards it.
Okay.
In this game, movement is part of a minor action.
Okay, so I'll say that I was there to backstab it.
So you're good. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
cool.
that's fine. That
Um,
totally works.
That's my turn.
Good job. Josette.
Oh, I hate spiders.
Mm,
But I'm gonna move towards them anyways.
yeah,
Which is, I guess, right there.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
I'll say
I
with
guess.
your movement, you could probably get up enough because these creatures are like quite large. They take up a few
Uh-huh.
squares, so you'll be able to get towards.
So, like, about
the second
here?
spider that came down. Yeah.
Okay. I'll try and hit it with my short swords.
Sure, go for it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I do the roll first, correct?
Yes. So you roll to try and hit.
And there's that.
13, 14. 14 meets to beat.
Okay.
Damage.
So then damage. Oh, sorry, that was bow. Sorry. There it is.
All right. Nice. 8 damage, and that is against that
Mhm.
second one. Perfect. Okay. Good job. Anything else? You good?
That's it.
All right. Arlen.
I'm going to take a few strides. Am I far away enough that I can charge that red spider?
Yes,
Well,
I would say so.
Get him,
and I'm
daddy.
going to and I'm gonna go with an axe and a downward slice to see if I can
Nice.
just chop it in half.
Okay.
Get my sheet out. That's always helpful. And go for 9, 11. Not enough.
11 does not hit. You try, it comes down, and it kind of goes between its legs and just doesn't quite get it, unfortunately. These are tricksy little things.
Dang it.
Yeah.
The charge itself doesn't allow for any kind of bonuses on the attack.
The charge is a +1 to your attack roll.
12.
12.
Yeah, 12 doesn't.
Just a little closer to one of the legs.
A little bit closer.
Like you get, like,
it
little
has
hairs
to put it back.
on the
Yeah,
leg.
it has to. Yeah.
Now, my
Largely-
question is,
Yes.
any way for me to intimidate it?
You could try to intimidate it on your next turn, but I would argue that it's probably going to take like one of your minors, and you use your minor to run up here. So
Okay.
next time you could try to intimidate the spider. Sure.
I'm gonna speak your languages.
Hits at it. Yeah. Excellent. It is Bella's turn.
Okay, well, she is going to go again for. She's gonna use her backstab.
Using your
Which
bluff.
is- yeah, I'll use my bluff, which is deception
Yeah.
versus self.
Self-discipline.
Yes. It's a lot. Fuck.
Yeah, I got an 11, so
Okay,
you
I'm
beat
pretty
it.
sure I already got more than that.
Yeah, it's really fooled.
Yeah, it's just fuck. It's like you keep messing with me.
Okay, so roll your attack. So you get your attack plus your 2.
And I'll use my minor action to aim.
Okay.
Okay, so that is 10, 14, 16.
Okay,
And
it
then-
definitely hits, yeah.
I'll use my d6 and then an extra d6.
Mhm.
So 9 points of damage.
9 points of
to-
damage. Good,
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Math.
Spiders are stupid, guys. You can blow up into the-
They're
With
pretty
their
stupid.
8
They're not
legs
smart.
and their
They
2
are many
sections.
things. Yeah, many things, but smart they are not. Excellent, good job. It's Andrew's turn.
She's gonna go bite the one that's attacking her mom and steal. So she's gonna go bitey bite. She cannot
Get
charge.
spider leg to chew on.
Yeah.
She can't charge. though.
12, 15 plus 4 is 19.
19 definitely hits.
Yeah.
By the way, when it is not your turn, guys, feel free to go in and check out your action economy cheat sheets. See what you can do for major and minor actions, because there's a couple things you could try out. Things like all-out attack, which is a little bit like reckless attack, in that you get a benefit, but they get benefit against you, sort of
Yeah.
thing.
Okay.
So consider having a browse of those when it's not your turn.
Absolutely.
But yes, that definitely hits. Also you
7.
stunted, and you stunted for 4. So
For her?
Yeah.
Oh.
She gets so it's a 6, a
me
4,
look
and a
at
4
mine.
is her dice. I don't know if chat can actually see that?
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely check and see that.
Yeah.
That
So
makes
6,
sense.
4, and a 4. That means you've stunted, and the one with the circle around it, well, the square, is your dragon dice. So you get 4 points to spend in combat stunts. Some of your dog's favorite is to knock prone normally. But you can knock prone. She could do Mighty Blow, which does an extra d6 damage. She could try and pierce their armor, which gives them a lower armor rating, so they're taking more damage. Or she can.
Would
knock
I
them
be
prone.
able to do 2 stunt moves or just 1?
Everything that adds up to 4. You have 4
So
points to
can I
spend.
do 2 mighty blows and then add 2d6?
I don't think you can. You can't stack them, but you can do
Okay.
Mighty Blow and then something else. So she could do Mighty
Okay.
Blow and Pierce Armor, Mighty Blow and knock prone, or she can do defensive stance in case they try to hit her. That kind of thing.
Okay,
So
I will
you can
do
mix and
that.
match.
All right. Then I will do mighty blow and then knock prone.
Okay. So when you're rolling her damage, you roll an extra d6 for her damage, and as this spider is not prone, anyone who's attacking that spider is going to get a +1 bonus to attack rolls until they stand up.
Okay.
Although it is
So-
their turn next, but
I
Yeah.
rolled a 1, so
Uh-huh.
instead of 7, it's 8 points of damage.
a whole 8. Good.
A whole 8.
Uh-huh.
That's so good.
Sure.
And yeah,
Well done. So the dog gets to display to everyone what
Yeah.
the
she's trying to
skill
rip
points
the
are.
she's trying to rip the leg off a spider.
Yeah, I'd say she's starting to get a little bit of give.
Yeah.
Might manage to pop one off, who knows. Okay, sorry guys if you're very arachnophobic in chat. Sorry, no, sorry.
We're all learning how to play this game. What? Like,
Yeah, and that includes describing the
Yeah.
pulling apart.
No, it's
spiders.
great. I love it.
Is their turn next. So the prone one is going to right itself this time. One is going to attack you again, Bella, because it is facing you. And the other one, let's see, is going to attack Josette. Because why not? Because I rolled.
Yay.
Yay! Spooters. Okay, so against Bella, we're gonna get a bite for 16.
Yep, that hits.
Okay. It didn't stunt, you'll be pleased to know, so you ain't getting
Oh,
poisoned.
thank God.
You are, however, taking 10 points of damage. Whatever your
Okay.
armor class is going to soak some of that. Just subtract your armor from the damage.
Okay.
Okay.
Perfect.
So that's that one, and then Josette, this second spider is going to try and attack you for 15.
That meets.
Meat, so it does beat it. But the same applies for you guys,
Mhm.
meat to beat. For 7 damage, you can subtract your armor from that.
Okay.
Fabby. So that is their turn. They're trying their best to get a meal. Robin, you're up next.
All right. I would like to use my minor action to activate my dual weapon style. So that gives me a. It says it gives me a plus to my defense or aggro, so my defense
yes.
goes up to 5, and that also means that I can use my short sword and my dagger. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah, you can have them both up. But you're basically deciding whether you want a +1 to trying to attack or +1 to your defense. So which one are you activating?
I'm gonna it to my defense, just because.
Okay, so while you've got these 2 weapons, if anything tries to hit you, you get a +1 to your defense score if you're trying to defend right now.
Gotcha. Cool.
Okay.
And I
they're
only
both
attack with one weapon, though, right? Or do I attack with
Yes,
both?
at the
Okay.
moment. You can take
Okay.
things that might allow you to attack with 2, but yes, usually it's just
Okay,
attacking with 1.
Then I will once again attack with my short sword. Okay, so that's 8 plus 4 is 12. Does not hit,
Okay.
right?
12 does not hit, no.
Okay.
Nope, unfortunately. Okay, but you do have that +1 to defense in future, just to keep a track of that. Excellent. It is Josette.
Cool. I'll stay where I am, and I'm gonna take a swingy swing.
Sure, do you want to try and aim?
Yes.
Aim is just using your minor action and you get a +1 to your attack, so It's one
Okay.
of those things that you might as well use aim, and that kind of goes for all of you when you're fighting in this game. If you're not using your minor for anything else, you might as
Just
well.
aim. Okay. Does that just get added to the roll?
You would just So if it's asking you and prompting you, you would say yes, please use aim, and then it should add it on for you.
It didn't ask me last time.
Okay, that's something that we can sort out on your character sheet later.
Okay.
So for just now, just add it yourself manually.
Okay. So.
Okay. 15?
So that would be 16 with the +1?
Yep, 16. Yep, 16 definitely beats it, so you attack.
Okay. That's 5 damage.
Nice. Okay. Okay, good job. Next up is Arlen.
I'm going to try to intimidate the spider by yelling at it in a very ferocious roar.
Okay.
Hopefully it has ears, otherwise it's just going to feel the vibration.
Spiders hear through different means, yeah.
Okay.
So you can try and roar at it, sure. Do you have a focus for intimidation? You do. Okay.
Yes, I do.
4,
4, 10, 14.
14. So I'm gonna make a willpower roll against that. Because it would normally be a courage roll against it. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 does not succeed. He becomes quite scared of you. And I would argue, I'm gonna say that it's gonna try its best to get away from you on its next turn, so it was effective.
Okay.
Which spider did you do, by the way?
The orange one.
The orange one? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. And I'm going to go once again and try to exit a question.
Okay.
You knew that was coming. 6, 9, 12 again.
12. Okay, 12 unfortunately does not succeed. It's scared of you, although it's not sure why, because you're not able to hit it.
I'm big and grumpy, come on.
Big and grumpy, you know. It's like, it's nighttime. You should be sleeping, not dealing with spiders. Okay. Next up is Bella.
I'm just gonna keep bluffing it, because it seems to work. So I'm going to aim. Oh, I should have been looking at what I
You got to do your deception first, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh, maybe not that great. 9, 10, 12.
Yeah, no, he rolled 3 6s for that. I've
That's
never had that
fine.
happen in a Dragon Age game. And technically, that's stunting as well, but it's just
Yeah.
for trying to defend against something.
I can
this time it
respect
sees
3
you coming.
6s.
You've done it a couple times now, so it's actually, learned the pattern of
Learning.
behavior.
Yeah.
And manages to duck out of the way. So you can still attack. You just don't get your
Your
extras.
input, yeah. I'm still gonna use aim to attack. That's gonna be 8, 9, 10, 11. Doesn't hit.
No, it does not, unfortunately.
I
You're just a
think
little thrown off.
spiders are smart.
Yeah. I think I was incorrect last time.
I was incorrect last time, guys.
Andril.
And Andril. Sorry, I had to close her sheet for a second.
It's okay.
It's gonna keep attacking because she wants her mama to be safe. So it's going to attack.
She's such a good girl.
She's
Like
the
the
best
best
girl.
girl.
She's a good girl.
She's all right.
14. She
13.
succeeds. Yeah.
Okay. 5.
5 damage. Okay.
Listen, Joseph, you're just jealous that your pet doesn't like you.
I mean, she's not wrong. It is the spider's turn. The grey one that's been on Bella is still going to try and attack you. In fact, I'm going to argue it's going to try and use a web attack.
Ooh,
So,
I don't like that.
can you please make a dexterity check, acrobatics if you have it?
No, I don't have acrobatics.
Okay, so just a dexterity roll.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Okay, so you succeed. You get kind of like
Oh, thank God.
You get a lot of spider web on you. It hasn't restricted you. So you've got like web all over you.
Ew.
Yeah, it's gross. So it tries to do that with its major action. The orange one is gonna come out of the way because it is scared of Arlen, but it is now gonna attack you, Robin. But you remember you have your +1 to defense with
Yep.
your
So I'm a
melee stuff.
15 right now.
Yeah. So they're just gonna try and attack you. 11.
Nope.
It's a little thrown off by the big scary man. Okay. So that is their turn. So now it is you, Robin.
All right. After I like dodge out of this spider's fangs, Robin is going to go ahead and just sort of whip around it into this bush and attempt to backstab it again.
Okay, go for it. So
Dexterity.
backstab is your dexterity. It's a stealth versus
Seeing.
Yeah. Okay. Oh,
Nope, not great.
I got a 9.
9. Well, I got, I think, a 10. So it worked.
Yeah.
And I'm going to
Okay.
short sword it, which gives me a +2 to my short sword attack. So that is 10, 18, 19, 20.
Okay.
And here's my...
You stunt as well for 5 stun points.
I do, and
So
then...
3 is your base damage, but consider what you might like to spend. Now for 5, you could go all the way up to lethal blow, which is an extra 2d6 damage.
Another 2d6? I'll do that, yeah.
Yeah.
So I get
So
the 2 for normal, and then is it another 2 or another 1?
you've got 5 points to spend, basically. So if you're going for lethal blow, it's going to cost all 5.
That's fine.
Okay, so you spend your points on that. So if you just roll an extra 2d6 to add to your 3.
Okay. Well, and I had because I had an extra d6 for backstab. So it's 2d6
Yes.
on top of that?
Yes.
Okay. So.
Yeah. So you're effectively getting 4d6.
Okay, nice.
Damn.
Heck yeah. There we go. So 11, 12,
14.
13, 14 damage total.
Nice. That is a chunk of damage out of that thing.
Yeah.
Good job. This is when rogues are nice. Josette.
She's gonna aim and just do what she's been doing.
Okay. Which one is she going in against? The one that's
Oh,
on
shoot.
Bella or the one that Robin's attacking? Because it moved away.
Oh, that's right. Then I guess she can't aim. She has to move. All right, so
You can
she'll
do a charge
move.
attack.
Okay, so what would I do for charge?
You're running up at it, and you get a +1 bonus to your attack roll, so it's the same as aim.
Okay, cool. I'll do that.
You just
I'll
got
run
a
up
bit
to
of
this
momentum
one.
because you're running. So that's 11, 12, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 12 unfortunately does not hit. But you're up in melee with it at least, so. Okay.
Okay.
Good job, Arlen.
I believe my character sheet might not be set up correctly as far as my attack goes.
Okay.
If you look at Discord, I posted 2 screenshots of what I have. I just want to take a look with you with that real quick.
Sure. I can actually just open up your character sheet and see what's going on. Let's find out. So, normally with attacks, you have... Where's your weapon? Oh. Right. Well, you don't need range, because they're not ranged weapons.
Ah.
So we take rid of the range. Your roll should be your strength modifier for your weapons.
Okay.
So your roll is everything should be +2.
Okay.
Okay.
And then your damage is the dice. Whatever it is that the weapons in the core book would be telling you. So everything else should be
Okay.
fine.
Perfect. Thank you.
You are welcome.
And now, once again, I will charge at the orange one and attempt once again to axe it real good. So
Going, yeah, axe bodies right the fuck out of it.
actually, I'm gonna go here
Mhm.
to create a buffer between the two of them.
Sure. So if you run at them, you can get your charge. You get your +1.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna ask if that was still able to get the charge.
Mhm.
Okay. So I clicked on X, roll 20.
Roll 20.
Do your job, roll 20. Come on, is it
It's been
is it hard?
slow.
Sometimes it's just on the struggle bus, you know?
Oh,
Roll 20 says no.
Yeah.
Nah, just don't roll through it.
Unfortunately, that will not hit either. 2, a 1, and a 1. That's an unfortunate dice roll, my friend.
Boo, what is going on?
The dice gods are not smiling on you. Clearly,
No.
North the Mountain Father is just pissed at you.
No, it's roll 20 gods.
It's
The
roll
dice
20
gods
that's
are
true.
different.
It's true,
Yeah.
it's true.
Yeah,
They actually control these babies.
Mm-hmm.
they do. Yes, they do.
It's like the
Which,
size
by
of
the
a
way,
boob.
players, I'm okay with people rolling dice, by the way. I've always totally fine with people roll their own dice. Because sometimes Roll20, I don't know if people in chat know this, but sometimes Roll20 is just a real bitch with rolls.
Sometimes its algorithm is just like, you know what? I want the players to die.
Yeah. Today I want to cause at least 43 deaths spread
Yeah.
out amongst all the games that are playing tonight. Okay. Unfortunately, that does not hit Arlen. So, Bella, you are up next.
All
I am-
right. Oh, you're Bella, never mind.
Yeah. Excuse me. Like, I know you want to be me a lot, but take your own turn, okay? Calm down. I'm gonna do my dual weapon style.
Okay.
So I'm gonna use my minor to use activate action. I believe I can do that.
Mhm.
Okay. And I'll do my +1 bonus to attack.
Mhm.
Actually, I'll do my +1 bonus to defense. And then I'm going to hit it with my short sword again.
Do it.
To attack. No, I did not use the aim action. But I got 13.
13. 13 does not hit. It just
God damn it.
misses.
God
Yeah.
damn it.
Yeah.
Stupid
Yeah.
spiders.
Sauce, guys, and sauce. You know, it's just.
Android, attack it for mama.
She's been doing a good job.
She's doing amazing. I
Um,
love her. She's gonna get some
yeah.
treats.
It is her turn next.
She's going to do another bite attack and she's going to listen to her mama and attack it.
Mm-hmm.
And she's, oh shit, I probably not. It's gonna be 13 again. God, she just really likes to be like her mama.
13 does not work. Would you like to apply a minor action to it?
Yes, she will use aim. Can she do that?
Mm-hmm.
That's 14.
That means.
Okay. So, if it meets, it beats, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to do 6 damage. And just, and then just still working on that leg, guys.
She's a good girl.
Very good girl.
She's a good girl. Okay. Fabi. It's their turn. Still gonna go for Bella. This time, I'm gonna say gonna go for Arlen. Because you ran up and you scared it and it had to run away. And then you came and tried to chop it with an axe, so... It's pissed at you. 13 for Bella.
Nope. 14.
Hey. Oh, that's not good. 12 against Arlen. For your defense.
Yeah, it hits.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Why is your defense so low?
He has like no
Uh,
dexterity.
Based on dexterity.
I don't dex. I'm as dexterous as a houseplant.
You take, it's 12 damage, but absorb some of that with your armor class. Okay. Next up is Robin.
All right. I will go ahead and use my minor action to activate my dual weapon stuff, and I will take the plus to my attack instead.
Okay.
So it's a +1 to my attack. So here's my short sword. Oof. Actually, I think that's exactly
15,
what I
that
needed.
hits.
Yeah.
Yep.
That makes it a 15. So
Mhm.
it was 14 and then 15. So nice. And here's my damage. Does it to damage as well, or just the
No.
just the actual action? Okay.
Yeah.
Nice!
Nice. Good job. And that is against that one, so... Okay. Good job. Well done. Well done. Well done. Next up is Josette.
She's gonna aim and try and hit it again. The
Go for it.
big fuck off spider.
Finish him. 13.
13.
Just missed. Like by one. Y'all
Would
are
you like to
having an
use the
unlucky night.
aim action?
You did.
I did. I'm having a rough day. I haven't had any coffee. I was asleep.
Is it
Yeah.
really a rough day if it keeps happening continuously?
At least I'm not covered in web.
At least
You
I'm
do look a
beating
bit
this
of a mess
spider.
right now, Bella. Yeah. Okay. Arlen, it is you next.
I think I'm gonna go in an all-out attack.
Go for it.
Do it.
I'm mad, and of course, I'm gonna go after the orange one again.
Yep.
No longer
If
baby,
you
I
do
want
all out
power.
attack and aim, you're gonna get a +2. Because that's a major and a minor. Your major action is
The
an
all-out attack is only a +1 to damage, though.
Oh, okay. Oh, then yeah. Sorry. I saw +1 and assumed it was attack. So you'll get a +1 to your attack and a +1 to damage if you want to do aim and all out attack.
Oh, absolutely.
Let's do it.
I thought I could only do one of the two.
No, well, because you get a major and a minor as your action economy.
Hmm.
So you can do both.
All right, roll 20. Now's the
Oh,
time.
shizzle. Stamina. A. Okay.
16.
So multiple things happen. A. You definitely hit. B. You're gonna get your +1 to damage. C. You have 6 stun points to spend, my friend.
Hold on, I'm gonna open up the stun.
So
Do lethal
obviously,
blow!
I tend to recommend lethal blow because it's an extra 2d6 to your damage, or you can do lightning attack and immediately do a second attack. Or you can do a combination of other things, so like pierce armor and do various other things. But all that attack's pretty good with the 2d6 damage.
Okay, so only first.
Actually, right, because it's a learning game and we're all brand new. This is the first fight that we've gone through as a group. So you can do lethal blow and mighty blow because you're a warrior, and mighty blow only costs 1 stun point for you. So you could get an extra 3d6 damage.
Yeah. Do it.
So if you roll your weapon damage and then roll 3d6 for me. If that's what you
Absolutely.
wanna do.
Let's see. Oh yes.
Yeah.
That sounds
I
about.
was
It-
thinking
it
about
feels
pierce
like a-
armor. If it was going to reduce the armor, half the
Yeah.
armor for the rest of the encounter, I would have done that. But it's only versus this attack.
It's just
so
this attack, yeah.
It's so 2d6 or 8
Uh-huh.
slash roll 3d6
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
9 17.
Okay.
He's no longer baby, he wants power.
He wants power. Okay, I believe. Yeah, that is enough to kill this one. Please, describe this death to me.
I'm going to roar once again because I'm pissed that I just keep on missing the damn thing.
Mm-hmm.
Bring the axe down in a crushing blow, splitting its head and part of the abdomen in half. Then I put my foot on the head and wrench the axe out, sending liquid of some sort just arcing in the air.
I'm just gonna no.
Yeah, it is
My
like
hair.
equal parts epic, really
Yes.
gross. Nice. I like it. Spider goo everywhere. Fantastic. Alright, so it has perished. Next is Bella.
She's going to use her minor to aim, because she should really have that 1+1 would have really helped last time.
Yep.
And she's going to roll to attack. Yes, I am using aim, and it's going. Ooh, I got 6,
Oh.
6.
Oh, Satan rolled a 666 chat.
I just really needed
That's
that.
it. Game over.
It's a 6,
Satan
I
got her
see.
number.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
I
needless
got
to say, definitely
6
hits.
stun points.
6 stunt points. So you also can do an extra 3d6 damage if you wish.
I want
You
to
can
do
combine
that.
other things if you want, but I feel like
Yeah, but do I do if? Okay, so just to be fair, because I know he was able to get 3d6 because he had like the.
oh yeah, his
yeah.
mighty blow normally costs
Yeah.
2. Yeah. So you
Yeah,
could get your
yeah.
2d6, and then you can skirmish rapidly will stay where nothing overly interesting really.
Yeah. So I will just take my extra 2d6.
Mm-hmm.
And so roll damage. That is 8. Nice, max damage.
Nice.
Plus an extra 2d6. Let me do that here. Come on, advanced dice roller. Ooh, so 10. So that's 18 damage to this spider.
Nice. We're fine. Yeah, no, that is enough. Just like literally, just enough to kill this one.
Ooh, this ramen really good for me,
Ooh.
guys. So, she's going to actually be angry that she's covered in web, and she's
Mhm.
gonna pretend like she's gonna bluff it again, but then instead of stabbing it, she's gonna like get on its back, and she's gonna take her short sword and her dagger and just stab it in the neck and twist it, so like the
Nice.
head like just separates from the body.
Spider kebab. I like
Yeah.
it. Okay. Delicious. Yes. You can absolutely do that. So both spiders have been gored. And you have successfully completed your first fight, guys. Well done.
I'm so proud of us, guys.
Next time we camp, let's make sure we're not in a nest again.
Listen, we didn't know it was going to be a nest, so.
I'm going
But
back to
hey, we
bed.
took care of it.
Wait.
Sure.
I'm gonna go and like see if there's anything on these spiders that I can take, like, because I know they're very fluid filled. But specifically for skincare products.
You know, venom
Yeah.
could be good for anti-aging.
for a face peel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Let's
just
invent
get a good-
Botox.
Or
Really?
Botox. Like, I'm not opposed. What would I roll
Well,
for
let's
that, my
just-
dear?
Let's just gonna go to Andrew
I
and
would
just be like,
say-
it's a good bummy.
You're gonna be rolling cunning for that too, because you're effectively trying to discern. It's coming from the same stem of things that poison lore would come from.
Yeah.
Although it's not for poisons, but it's a similar field.
Okay.
So if you roll a cunning roll for me, to see if you can figure that out.
Yeah, no problem.
I
Would
will argue-
evaluation apply to this?
No.
Okay.
Unfortunately, not. Evaluation is more items
that's
rather than.
No shit.
Dope.
these are
That's
real
a
good.
18.
But I'm gonna argue there's not necessarily a focus I can see that exists that would be your particular knowledge area, so you can come up with your own lore, and then when you're spending a focus point, you can.
Ooh, that's super dope. I like that.
You know.
Thank you.
Yeah, alchemy. I don't know, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
So, very good roll. Technically, there's some points there as well. So I would say, yeah, you're able to get a few things from here.
Mm-hmm.
You can go for just generic spider goo if you want.
Mm-hmm.
You could figure out that there's maybe something in the actual hairs of them that you could try and experiment with, but equally you're able to get in and find their actual poison glands that you can, if you get a moment to like work on stuff, you can try to figure out a use for this in future projects.
Okay. Yeah, I will go ahead and collect the poison gland for sure.
Yeah.
Because, yeah,
Also web, I would say you're able to get a decent amount of like webbing.
web fluid. Yeah, so I think that's what. So I'll go for the poison gland and the web fluid.
You
Yeah.
can make like nose strips with that.
Right? For like blackheads!
Yeah. Listen, Robin's gonna be like real good by the end of this.
Yo,
game.
she's
be,
gonna
like-
have her own MLM at the end of this.
Kylie Cosmetics who?
She's Robin K.
All those
Oh,
Orlesian
God.
nobles are gonna be knocking on your door. Just saying.
It's like, hey, do you want to? Hey, hot ladies, do you want to join my team of self-employment and beauty products?
You're gonna start
Oh
pyramid
no.
schemes.
Okay.
Okay, so you can when you get the opportunity to do so, you'll be able to start figuring out uses
Yeah.
for these as we progress, certainly. maybe not in the woods at night.
Vials of spider poison and
yeah.
spider webbing.
Yeah. Before we end up trying to finish off this long rest and get to morning, is there anything you guys would like to discuss tonight after that happens?
I'd like to check on the horse and the mule. Make sure they're all right. They're still there.
They're still there. They're a little spooked. So they probably tried to like move out the way as best they could with a lot of stuff going on. The mule surprisingly is like pretty chill.
Nice.
Is Dick okay?
Like chewing on grass. Dick's good.
Okay.
Good
I'm
Dick.
assuming I can see him. I'm not actually gonna go check on him.
You can look at him and you be like, he's fine.
Yeah, he's still there.
So
That's
Dick's
Dick.
all right. Ass all right. We have
Make an ass,
another.
that's all we need.
No, I haven't named mine because I might get another horse and I don't want to get too attached. I'm gonna check on Andriel, make sure her wounds are
Bite.
alright.
Yes.
Her bite is
Yeah.
alright.
Yes,
If she sleeps it up, will she regain her hit points?
It's when you sleep through the night, you do regain hit points. If you want to check out your cheat sheet on health and healing, while I talk it through with the audience. This game, unlike Dungeons and Dragons, you don't just sleep and suddenly everything is better. You regain 10 plus your constitution plus your level in health when you sleep. So that will include your animal companion as well. You can take short breathers after fights, which is a little 5-minute rest, and it's assumed that you're just catching your breath, tending to minor cuts and wounds, drinking some water, just, an actual breather, and you would get back 5 plus your constitution plus your level.
Okay.
You can only take one breather, like, after an encounter, like, one per day, basically. But that's how it works. So you're definitely regaining health by having your sleeps.
Mhm.
It's just
Okay.
not going to be all of it, unless you've got a shit ton of potions like you guys do.
Yeah. Well.
But
Will we be getting at least 6 hours?
yeah, you'll get your long rest.
Okay.
Go back
Okay.
to, go back
Well,
to rest. You'll be able to get
She
your full
only
rest.
took like I think 9, so even like the 10 is
Mhm.
already healing her. So I'm just
Yeah.
gonna just wrap it up and like just let her like heal naturally while
You're gonna wanna,
she.
You're
Yeah.
gonna want to keep an eye on her, and I
Yeah.
would say that much like any poison wound, it's not like it's just gonna immediately get better. It's gonna take a little longer for that to heal.
Mhm.
So her hit points might come back, but you're gonna want to keep an eye on the wound. Maybe
Yeah,
keep
yeah.
it dressed, keep it clean.
I'll make sure to keep an eye on it. So I'll make sure it's wounded, and then I'll give her a spider leg to bite on because they're bony.
She likes it, like
she-
crunchy exoskeleton and
Yeah.
chewy on the
she
inside.
likes it.
She likes it.
Yum.
And then I'm gonna go over
Like
to my
crab meat.
horse. Yeah. I'm gonna go over to my horse and make sure she's not spooked and just kind of soothe her. And it's like, it's okay, it's bloody, it's
Yeah.
fine now.
Yeah.
Give her a little like treat
Mm-hmm.
of grass. I don't fucking know.
Carrots.
All the grass around. Yeah. Here's more
Yeah,
grass.
Here's some more grass. And
yeah.
I'll go back to my tent. I'll like clean the spider webbing off me. Put it in Josette's tent because it's funny.
Sure. Are you trying to do that stealthily without her seeing?
No, I'm just
Since
putting
I'm
it on
in
her
my tent?
I'm putting it on her tent.
On her tent, okay.
Yeah, on her tent.
I'll scrape it up in the morning. It's fine.
And just make sure everyone's okay, and then I'll bring Andrew into the tent with me.
Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. So the animals are soothed, and camp remains fairly quiet through the night, and you're able to wake up in the morning, feeling like a little shaken. It's not like a really comfortable, wonderful night's sleep, but you get your rest for its purposes, and you're able to wake up the next day.
When you guys wake up, all you hear is a very loud snoring. Oh wow, that's beautiful.
I
don't
mean,
know
we
how to
should
do
have. I should
really
have
good
just let
snoring.
Nick stay here while he was
Yeah.
sleeping.
Yes.
Yeah,
That
Foley artist in the background do the snoring.
He's lurking in chat, so here I am talking shit about him.
Yeah,
It's like,
snore
well,
for us. Okay. So,
Okay, guys, let's. Oh wait, this is my blog, not my sheet. Wake up, everyone! It's time to go. We got things to do. We got people to find. Come on.
Yes, of course. You
all
don't have
right.
to tell me twice.
I'm gonna get up and just start brushing my hair.
Nice.
Would you like a detangler for that?
I mean, you have something good?
Of course.
You
How
know,
much
if
is
you
that gonna
sleep with-
charge me, though?
I mean, of course. And I just have like little random samples of things that I take with me, and like there's just like this sort of like weird goop that I put in my hand, like undiscriminate goop that I put into, and I'm like, all right, you can sit down, please.
Yeah, sit down and
Right,
let
and
you
I'm
do your
just-
thing.
I'm just gonna just start raking it like through his hair. And it's like, you really should wash this.
We just fought a spider. I didn't exactly wash my
I
hair
know,
since then.
Hold up, and I'm gonna throw cornstarch on it, and
Dry shampoo.
and then like brush it out, and then put the stuff in it.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, like all things considered, though, like the hair is good condition, I would say.
If
yeah,
you sleep
it's
with
a
the
leave
braids-
it's a leave-in conditioner that's probably made from that came from my dad's shop, so it's
Yeah.
from Papa's
Right.
shop.
For a wild mountain
cocoa
man.
butter. Yeah.
It's got
It
Coconut
smells a
oil,
little
hair.
bit like coconuts. You've
I'm gonna
probably
redo
never
my
smelled
braid.
coconut before in your life.
Yeah.
I have no idea
Arlen-
what that is, but it smells good.
If you braid your hair while you sleep, it's going to be easier to brush out and you'll break less hair.
Yeah, if you need me to braid it before you go to bed, I can do that for you.
I mean, I could let somebody else take care of it because I'm pretty sure you're better at it.
Yes.
That she is. And I'm gonna stand up and do the cover girl hair thing. Alright, I'm ready to go. Apparently we got the sub.
Yeah, thank you so much, Sarah, for all them subs.
Subs for all these gorgeous hair
the
tips.
hair accuracy.
Subs for the hair care. We get
Like-
snaps for the hair.
Are you gifting focus points or potions?
What
With
am-
5. You've got 4 focus points, and then everyone getting a potion.
Yeah.
yeah. 4 focus points and everyone gets a potion.
Yay!
Dinosaurs will scream
Bella, I
at
take
us.
hers.
Yeah. Okay, good job. Okay. So we're ready to tackle the next Jen?
I believe we had Andrew tracking like Hala urine.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna ask Robin if I can use her sample again.
Oh. Of the holly urine?
Yeah.
Yes, because I didn't give the entire sample. And I'm gonna look like I'm gonna pull out a bottle, and it looks
She's just
identical
smelling it,
to
she's
the
not-
bottle of the hair stuff I just put in Arlen's hair, and I'd be like, "Ooh, that was close." Before I, it's like it only takes a drop. Don't worry. As I like, kind of like boop. Plop the thing and like wave it in front of Andrew's nose. Yeah.
Let her have
Yeah.
a sniff. Have a sniff.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, have
okay.
her sniff sniff.
Okay. So she'll have a sniff, and she walks around a while. So you roll a tracking for her to see if she can pick up on this. So
14?
14, yeah, I would say it's gonna take her a little while. She ends up sort of like wandering off a little bit, and then eventually seems to find something, gives you a couple of barks, and then is like poised and ready for you to start falling.
Okay, and so we follow.
Okay.
Robin, are you still riding with me in my horse?
Yes, because otherwise it's either that or I ride on the dick or mule. So
No, yes.
or the ass.
Riding on
I,
dick
Yes,
isn't
or
that
right on the
bad.
dick.
I agree. I agree.
Mhm.
But that
I
particular
feel like
dick,
that is a are you a top or are you a bottom kind of question, right?
but yes, I'll take a ride with you, as I will
Okay.
just like. Can I get a boost?
Yes, here you go. Just pull her just go
Okay.
after her.
All right. So you guys are able to mount up. Angela's waiting very patiently for you guys to catch up, and then starts to lead you. She's leading you south for a little while, like a good hour or so. You're mostly traveling through just countryside, if you will, of the coastlands. And you eventually seem to be making it onto the actual North Road itself. So she guides you down to this point here, where you're just south of Amaranthine. For those of you who are on me, feel free to like open up your own map if you want to follow along. Some of you might be Dragon Age fans, but you're just south of Amaranthine, and you get to a point where you're on one of the major trade roads and the bridge that takes it over the Hafter River. The river is wide enough that there's no option, including for the Dalish, but to try and cross over the main bridge point at this junction. You're able to make it across and then start heading south. And it takes you a little while. Are you guys, what sort of pace or general attitude, I guess, to traveling are you doing? Are you just traveling along? Are you trying to go with pace?
I would say with pace. Yes.
Yeah, we're trying to catch up to someone that has a day or so.
Yeah. They have
Okay.
3 days.
Mhm.
While we're riding, I would like to talk to the team and say, once we get to the forest, if that's where they are, if we don't meet them before, just let me do the talking, alright? They barely like city elves, let alone people who aren't elves. Well, some clans, not all clans. So we'll walk in cautiously. Sometimes they have hunters that might shoot on sight, so we're going to be careful, right?
Of course.
Walk in, hands
Sounds
up.
good.
You two,
This is
you're
all you,
both
Bella.
humans, so just stay behind me, alright?
Absolutely.
Okay, I don't want anybody to get hurt, and we're not here to do anything bad, we want to help.
Okay.
Alright.
I'm just gonna stay with the horse. Like, I'm gonna hold, like, the reins of this horse and just, like, look up at it and just, like, please don't bite me. Oh, man, please don't bite me.
It's not going to bite you.
Have you ever been bitten by a horse?
No.
I have. Twice. This week.
When?
They just bite. I don't listen.
Do they just go out and find you just so they could bite you?
I believe whatever deity controls equine species just tend to not enjoy me. Maybe it's because I don't it's fine. It's it's fine. Me and animals, we just don't get along.
Is it because you keep taking samples from them for your beauty
Only
products?
after they're dead. I don't take it from living ones.
Well, sometimes, you might need to take it from living ones, but
I mean, that is how I got the chala, but which I will try and get some later. But
you
go
might,
ahead.
okay, we're going to don't try that.
Well,
Don't let that be the
alright.
first thing that you
Yeah,
want. Okay.
alright.
Let's go. Let's keep going with pace.
Okay. So you guys are going with pace. You start to find that you seem to be traveling down the side of the stream of a river. And it'll get to a point where it's getting dark. You're in that sort of like evening time, starting to get a little twilighty, and possibly considering stopping at some point as it's getting dark. Can I get perception checks from everyone?
Yes.
Does searching count? Because I'm searching for things. I'm keeping my eyes open.
Yeah. If you're currently trying, like, staying alert and looking for things around you, then I would.
Well, yeah, because I'm still trying to see if we find the girl or the clan before we get to the forest.
Yeah. Okay.
A lot.
Nice. Yeah.
18.
Those are pretty high rolls, everyone. Okay.
Mhm.
So You
What
guys
about
are
a
all
stunt?
quite aware. Yeah, hand stunting. A couple of stunts actually. As you're progressing, you're moving through countryside that is it's a little more plainsy. It's a bit like Rohan from Lord of the Rings, you know. A little hilly in places, but when you're actually traveling along the riverbed, it's a little easier to travel here. Um, and you're going through an area that's quite beautiful actually. It's a little like glade next to the river itself. But you all with those roles become quite aware of a presence one either side of you. And I would say like a mixture of whoever wants to take either side. There appears to be a male and a female elf either side of you with bows drawn.
I instinctually put my hands up.
I just follow Bella's lead. Like,
Sure.
yeah.
We're all doing the same roll. Arlen, what are you doing?
I'm gonna get off my ass and just like do the cowboy pose of, why are we stopping now?
I put
Yeah.
my hands up and I say, Andara natishan. We mean you no harm.
The female elf. I'll go and grab pictures. Actually, I have pictures. Is going to step ever so slightly closer. Bow definitely still drawn. There's an arrow trained on you right now.
My hands still up.
Uh-huh.
And I tell Andrew to heal. To
Okay.
stay.
And she says, "You speak the language of our people."
I know some.
Why are you traveling in this area?
We're trying to find, I believe, your clan and a girl. For help. I really do not mean you any harm.
So you are seeking our clan for a girl?
There is a girl that was traveling to seek your clan. And we just want to make sure she came safe. She needs help. She was about to be taken to a circle. And we wanted to find her and make sure she got to you safely. Not sure if you've seen her. Her name's Yanara. Blonde hair.
You notice that both the elves who I pinged to you guys look at each other briefly, and then she looks back to you. You can come and speak to the keeper, but it is up to him about whether you stay or not.
Thank you.
I'm going to ask very carefully. No weapons drawn at any moment.
No weapons.
Any of you.
No
And she kind of looks you over keenly. The elf herself, she's got quite beautiful dark skin and hair that is shaved on two sides. Her hair it looks like very fine braids that are sort of like connected at the back. And she has a really quite intricate facial tattoo. If any of you in your stories have encountered Dalish elves, you would be aware that this is something that they do. You may not know why, but you know that it's something that is commonly seen on elves. And she has hunter armor. The interesting thing about her, and then also him, if you're looking at the pair of them, is that they don't appear to be wearing any shoes. They have foot. But she sort of like nudges her head in the direction that you were traveling. We will follow behind. Walk in that direction.
Alright, I'll continue, I guess, on my horse. Just to walk without pace, just slowly.
Okay. Are you all progressing?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on her horse, so
Yeah, you've no option really.
I'm still just doing this the whole time. Just I like as far as Robin has traveled, this is probably her first Dalish clan, so with good reason. So this is definitely a first for her.
Little
Yeah.
bird, you can put your hands down. It's okay.
No.
I don't want you to fall off the horse.
Oh, put my hands down.
You're all very aware as you progress down the side of this river and through the little gladed area that both of these elves are definitely following you. They're pretty close either side of you to the back. If you look around, you can see that they're definitely still there. They follow you all the way in. Their bows are out. They do no longer have their arrows trained on you, but their bows are still out. Like they are ready to take you down if you try anything. But you eventually get to the edge of a meander in the river. And as you come around the meander, you start to see tents and interesting looking carts. It definitely looks like a camp with quite a hefty number of people. They're milling about doing their own businesses. A couple of them appear to be fishing at the side of this river. And as you start to come in, you're noticing a couple other people who appear to be on the outskirts of this camp, and they're looking at you all quite intensely as they come in and looking to their fellow elves who are coming in with you. But it's a sizable camp, and only those of you who have maybe encountered an actual clan before. You may have met a Dalish elf, but for those of you who have actually been in a camp before, do you think any of you will have?
No.
No.
No? Okay.
I don't think so.
So what you're seeing is their actual like carriages in a way are they're wooden, but they're almost shaped like boats. And the fabric that is up on top of them on either side almost look more like a ship's sails. And they are in fact a sort of like reddish color with some beige through it. So they're interesting looking. They definitely have wheels, but the wheels are not like your average, just like like an average cart. So it's built for either a different purpose or just like a certain elegance in a way. They're very interesting looking.
How's the wood craftsmanship?
Roll a cunning for me. Roll a cunning for me.
They might have really good wood, you know?
Definitely some good wood in this camp.
We'll see.
10.
At least
10.
one dick.
There's about to be a dick, yeah. You with a 10, it's hard to tell from this distance. You might have to get up a little closer to inspect it, but it looks pretty good actually. Built for purpose. It's quite good. With a 10, like I say, you're not necessarily able to tell like how well it's crafted, but I will say that you know enough about wood crafting yourself naturally to know that the design of these wheels look like it's designed for traveling over potentially rough ground, almost the way a ship would sail over waves.
How far away am I from one of those?
You're probably about 50 feet. Like you're approaching, they're leading you in, so you're walking in closer. You will eventually be able to get up close to one.
I'm a
so
touch.
You're gonna okay.
Do I
so-
see this?
I would say
I'm
well,
not
you told
going
them to stay
toward
behind you.
it,
Yeah.
But if we go close to one,
Yeah.
I'm gonna touch.
Yeah. At the moment, I will say that Bella, your horse is up front, as you had asked the others to stay behind you. And your horse is coming into a camp. I'm going to pull you guys over to the camp, just so that you can see the visual of what I'm describing. Sal's chat, I know that you can't. So you're approaching from down in the the freehand tool on, down in the bottom left-hand corner, because you're coming up around the river bend. So you're heading in. You can pop your tokens down next to the two elves that you came in with. You can see their tokens down there. So your horses are coming in. They stop you. So they've kind of like come up the side of you and they stop you and make a sound. And it's almost like it's a weird kind of like a clicking noise they make. And even though your horses don't know these people, they kind of like instinctively like look around at the sound. And they say, "Stop here. You can get off your mounts here."
I'll get off my mount. Carefully, I'll help Robin down.
Mm-hmm.
But Andrew will stay at my side. Like she'll
Okay.
walk with
Alright.
me as I walk.
So you guys kind of come off and go on foot. The male elf is going to go and just kind of take the reins of your horse and like hitch them up to trees that are nearby.
Mm-hmm.
So your horses are all generally where the tree stump is there. And then she sort of takes the lead and starts to walk into camp and sort of nods her head so that you can follow her.
Alright.
And she's going to lead you right into the center, guys. If you want to head in, I'll plop her down. Yep. Ooh.
If you guys press Alt while you move your token, you can not have them stuck to
Yeah.
the grid.
Yeah. And you see her walk up and speak to an older male elf. And you hear her using Dalish. She uses elven words. Alice, you're able to pick up a couple of them. It's clearly an informal greeting that you imagine people would do to their keeper. Keeper, these people, and she looks over her shoulder when she looks at you, claim to be coming to find this clan in search of a girl. They were looking for information, and I didn't want to turn them away without your leave. And he gives a nod of his head, and he's like looking at you guys with the sort of look that only like an older man can really give, where they're like staring into your soul. Looks over each of you in turn as she's speaking and gives her a nod. Alright, darling, you can go. Nice.
Oh, he looks intimidating. I love it.
Yeah, that's pretty much the expression he's got. So he's an older elf. He's still got the face tattoos, very intricate and beautiful looking. His look almost like a deep yellow color. His hair is braided up into the top of his head, and he's got these quite elaborate looking robes and a mage's staff on his back. And he kind of gives you all a look.
Once he turns to us, Bella's gonna give him a deep bow and just say, Daranadi Keeper. My name is Bella.
He raises an eyebrow at you.
These are my companions, Robin, Arlen, and Josette.
Just give a wave.
Thank you. Thank you so much for accepting us into your camp just to talk.
Well, we will see how long this lasts. It depends what you have to tell me. Why is it you have come here? We do not often let in outsiders.
I know, and I very much appreciate that you did. We've been tasked with finding a girl, Yanara. Blonde hair, I believe blue eyes. We have been sent by her mother, Milna, to make sure she's alright. There are people after her that want to bring her to a circle, and we want to make sure she was trying to find your clan to see if you could help her with her magic. And we just wanted to make sure she got to you alright, and we have a couple of gifts to give her from her friends and family. But if she's not here, we will not bother you.
Roll, it's a communication roll. If you have a focus you feel applies right now.
Well, I got a focus from Wisecut earlier, and I took persuasion, so I'm gonna take my persuasion focus. So thank you,
Sure.
Wisecut.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we'll see. That's 6, that's 9, 10, 11,
13.
12, 13. 13.
We are a Dalish clan. We do not tend to have, and you can see him like restraining from how he's gonna word it and say city elves in our midst. Why do you believe she would come here?
Because city elf or not, she's an elf. She's young and she's scared. And she just wants help. I believe it would take a cruel person to turn away a young girl in need. who's desperate and has nobody else to help her.
But you believe she would seek the Dalish?
I do.
And you claim you have items that have been sent for her?
Yes, from her mother and what was her friend's name? It was Jay, not Janice.
Well,
That's the only name I didn't write down for some reason.
yeah, no, I have her, Lydia.
Lydia. Yes, a friend of hers named Lydia and her mother Milna. Her mother used to belong to a Dalish clan as well.
And you say there are people who are trying to hunt her down and bring her to one of these circle towers your people
Yes.
are so fond of. He kind of looks at all of you because he's just judging like anyone who's not Dalish for putting people in a circle tower.
Some people are fond of, yes. They put a
And-
bounty on her.
Is this a bounty you plan on claiming? How are we to know you are not seeking her head?
We took the bounty, yes, but we're not going to bring her back. It is better for us to take the bounty and pretend we found her dead.
Roll another persuasion roll.
I think that's even better.
You're like, yeah, we did take the bounty.
We didn't want anybody else after her. I pride myself in helping my fellow elves in need.
Do you
No.
consider yourselves mage sympathizers? And he's looking at all of you at this point.
Yes. It is not something that they can control, but they have.
I'm not a mage
just-
hater.
And the humans?
I
There's
just look-
nothing wrong with magic. Magic is just magic.
Magic does invite in demons when untrained.
True, but there's also, I believe I heard there's a way to expel the demons.
I do not know of such a way.
You should visit the Avar. Yeah, they'll teach you ways.
I'm sure we have much to learn of the mountain people.
Just Robin is just like,
Well, we do not know if and when this girl will seek us out. It's getting late. Are you planning on camping out in the woods?
That was our plan.
so if we find her, would it be fine if we brought her to you? The other options aren't good at all. You are perhaps our best for survival.
Perhaps. You are welcome to stay with us for a time. The woods are not safe at night.
We did run into spiders.
Very big spiders, yes. That is a great honor for us, Keeper. And we thank you very
We-
deeply.
You understand my hesitation over this. While we understand the cautions of magic, we are, of course, understanding and sympathetic to them. And he kind of indicates to the mage staff on his back. not the first time we have taken in a city elf who's found themselves with these powers. Many clans turn them away, but there is still the possibility that you may turn this girl in anyway. One of the people trying to escape the binds of the way they treat our own in cities and the way they treat mages. While you may stay with us for this time, be aware to try and get a measure of the sort of people that you are.
I understand that, Keeper. And trust me, nobody is more aware of the way they treat elves in the city than me.
Well, seems you were trying to hold to some of our ways, given your knowledge of a few words of the language.
I had a very good friend. It was Danish.
Mind your manners, everyone, while you are here. Do not interfere with us or our ways. Do not harass the Hala.
Look, see Robin.
She's kind of wondering what constitutes harassment and if the Hala harass her first.
But you are welcome to try to convince us of the sort of people that you are.
Of course. Is there an area that you prefer us to set camp?
You can head a little further around the river bend there.
So like
Behind that tent.
around here?
No, down here, roughly where the
Fuck,
olive trees.
oh, right here, okay. Alright, alright.
You will be watched the entire time. I trust you understand why.
As expected.
Well, I have things I must attend to.
Of course.
And he just kind of gives you all a bit of a look, raises an eyebrow, and then heads off.
So what's the Allah?
Hala, good question. Hala, for yourself and also those in chat, are a white deer. They have horns that have multiple branches almost that weave in together. Very beautiful looking. They're fairly small as deer go, but they are wild in more so Orlais, although a few do exist here in Ferelden, mostly in the forests. They're held sacred by the Dalish. They have a goddess who is the mother of Ala, like it's a thing for them. But they are the ones that pull the Dalish land ships. They're Arabelle. And this is just lore for the chat and for you as a player, not so much for your characters because you wouldn't know this yet. But they are viewed as more like companions, respected companions than beasts of burden. And they help lead them through the nomadic pathways. So that is what a Hala is. It is a white deer creature in this world.
Yeah, they almost are a little bit antelope-y.
A little, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. That is them. So you he's walked away. You're aware that like most people are currently, if not directly looking at you, they're like looking over their shoulder at you. But there are many who are just seemingly going about their daily business. It is, like I say, it's kind of evening time, so things are kind of winding down. There is someone who appears to be cooking by the fire, and the person who led you in here is now helping with that. There are a number of people kicking around. You can see a lot of different elves doing different types of jobs. There's lots of like tents that are up. There's the carts that are going around. So I'm gonna let you guys explore. Tell me where you want to go, who you want to look at, what you want to do, and what you want to see. Rather than me like directing you through this. So what do you want to do?
I mean, you know exactly what I want to do.
Oh
I know
man.
exactly what you
God.
want to do.
Please be respectful.
There's one not too far, so you can see the closest one is like from where you guys came in. You would have to just go a little further in, and you could go and touch one of these carts of some description.
I would suggest that everyone we set up camp first.
Yeah.
As soon as you came in,
But-
like it's up to you. Is Arlen gonna be like, I want to check out this wood?
But that's up to you.
Yeah.
Just set up camp and then be on our way around the other camp.
Okay, I'll help clear off the
Yeah.
branches and
Yeah.
whatever
Okay.
tree might be in the way.
While we're
Yeah.
setting up camp, I'm like, everybody please be respectful. This is very important, and it is very rare that they would let outsiders, especially humans and non-Dalish elves, into their camp. So we must make sure that we give a good impression. Alright? Be respectful, ask permission to do anything. Alright?
Okay.
She looks to just it. Alright?
That's
Alright.
Okay. So for all of you, this is the first time you've been in a camp like this, and while some of you may have encountered a Dalish just face to face, this is a new experience for you all.
I would like to, I'll probably go up to the lady that found us, the hunter,
Mhm.
and have Andrew with me and just say, excuse me, do you have a healer I could speak to?
We do.
My dog has suffered a spider bite and she got, it was a venomous bite and I was hoping she would have something to help. I could trade.
All right. Come with me. She seems like weapon is away. Like she seemed like as soon as you got the go ahead, she seems to have relaxed a little. Herself.
I put my weapons in my camp. I only have like a dagger, but it's very visible.
Okay. So she's gonna take you not very far. She's just gonna take you to this woman up here. So she leads you to a woman who has she's got like it's almost like white gray hair in a way. And she has the tattoo markings on her face. Quite pretty looking. And she is quite clearly given that she also has a staff at her back, appears to be a mage. I'll just show to you guys, that's who she is.
Damn, she's
more
hot.
clothes on the map, yeah. So she kind of looks as you guys approach, and then looks to the other elf and just says, Arana, who is this? And the huntress elf that led you in just kind of gives a bit of a shrug.
Hi,
It's
my
a-
name's.
She-
Go ahead, it's fine.
Mm.
No, it's fine.
She's a city elf who came in with the others. They're seeking information on a girl, they say. A mage, you said, right?
Yes.
She looks to you?
Correct.
But her dog has taken a bite. And the blonde woman she looks to you at first and then like looks in at the dog and you see the you know that little crack of a face of like someone who's like
Yeah.
every
Dogs
time
get all the
you
girls.
yeah.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
like every time you see a puppy, it's like
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like any conversation you be having, you could have any mood, any emotion going through your body, and then you see an animal, and it's like immediate break character.
Mhm.
That's kind of what goes
Yes.
through her face. You see,
Yes, so we've fought some spiders and my baby here. Well, she tried to help her mama, and she suffered a bite, and I just want to make sure it doesn't get infected.
I could take a look at her, yes.
I'd very much appreciate it. I don't have much money, but I could trade, maybe.
Trade would be reasonable. What do you have to offer?
I have some healing potions. If you would like to take one or two of that. The other things that I have are just for necessary travel.
Well, a
I'd
healing
offer-
potion could be useful, I suppose. And she holds her hand out.
I'll take one of my healing potions out and just give it to her.
Is she well trained?
She's very well trained, yes.
Are you going to come with her?
If I could, yes. She's a very good girl. If you'd like to pet her, she loves pets.
You see, like she's trying really hard not to smile right now. Bring her into the tent.
I assume Angela does a little like tongue lolling out kind of thing.
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't know what's going on. I'm just happy to be here.
Come with me.
Okay.
And she kind of leads you to the tent that's like basically where she's just been standing.
Yeah.
So she leads you into a tent area and lets the dog come in, and sort of gets down on her haunches and starts to look over the bite. She's like pressing a little bit at the tender parts. How do you think Andrew would be reacting to that?
I would say I have my hand on Angela's head, and I'm just like making sure she stays, like scratching it. And if anything, I'll give her like a little bit of the dry meat that I have for her while she's working. And just scratching behind her ears, just telling her to heal, to stay.
So she pokes a little bit at it and makes a few thoughtful sounds as she's doing so. Okay.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
It was good. So she turned around and she starts looking through things. So you can see that there's like crates and little cloth sacks and lots of different herbs and poultices and various things for a more herbal approach. And she takes out what looks like a balm of some kind and gets back down again and starts to rub it on. I could use magic to try and heal, but I feel like this requires more gentle touch. And she will apply it and then sort of like wrap effectively a bandage like around over the opposite shoulder just so that she can keep it covered and keep the back covered. By morning, perhaps the day after, this should be healing well. It's
Thank
lucky
you very
that
much.
you took her in just now, I guess. That could have, if it became unclean, it would not be very pleasant for her.
Yes, I've been trying to keep it clean. I don't know much about bombs themselves, but I figured you would definitely would. So thank you. And just kind of like go down and kind of scratch Andrew. It's like, thank you for being a good girl, Andrew.
You've called her Andrew.
I have. I hope that is no offense, but she's a good hunter.
No offense to me, she's not my goddess of choice, but interesting to have that connection to the elven gods. Do you worship them?
Some, yes.
And she kind of just sits and looks and then goes, "May I pet her?"
Of course. Would you like to give her a treat?
Yes.
I'll give her some of the dry meat.
So she's gonna give the dog and just like goes in and like does like the proper like ear massage.
Oh yeah, Angela's like back like it's just like
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good. It's a good.
Yeah, it's a good species.
And she kind of gives you a wary little look at first, and then is petting Angela. Says, "My name is Zara."
It's very nice to meet you, Sarah. Again, thank you very much for helping her. She's tough looking, but she's a big softie.
She seems very sweet.
She is. I don't know what I would do without her.
We don't often get to see dogs in Canada.
No. I'm happy to let anyone spend time with her should they want to. She's very, very good girl.
All right. And she just kind of goes back to
Yeah.
giving her pets. What is everyone else doing? What would the others like to do?
Well,
Hmm.
so we're right next to that big tree over there. That's where
Mhm.
we're going to be camping. Okay.
Yes.
So I would suppose that the tree can't be moved in one go, as it is obviously too large and
Not
heavy.
as it is. No, it's pretty chunk.
All right. So I'm going to put my pack down, take a quick survey of the tree, and I'll undo my armor, take off my shirt,
Mm.
start cutting wood.
Well, strength roll for me. If you have a focus you feel might apply, go for it.
Guys,
I
we're
don't
we're
believe
raising
I
a
have
Is
few
there
tents and
is
not the
there a
regular
do you
kind.
have seduction as a focus?
No, but I do have stamina.
I would let you roll stamina for dropping this tree.
Yeah. I guess our tents aren't the only ones that are raising.
Hey.
Uh-huh.
So
Are
9,
you
12,
dropping this tree just for practical
15,
purposes?
17.
Are you trying to impress anyone that you can see?
Impressing.
Trying to impress just the general place.
I'm assuming you're
I know
chopping
people
also
are
too.
looking. That's all I know. People are looking. I'm gonna be impressive.
Are you chopping the tree just like to move it away easier?
Well, yeah, that's my end goal, but
But you're like, I might as well put on a show, you know?
exactly.
Okay.
There's two that are definitely watching you do this. You're not
Good.
sure what their thoughts process is, but they're definitely
Don't matter.
watching.
Why is this large man chopping wood? What
Yeah.
is?
Yep, he's probably like double all of their height.
Yeah. Big man.
Mhm. Okay.
So I will be moving that tree away as soon as it's in pieces,
Got it.
and I'll be helping setting us our camp. But I will do my best to try to see if I can. I don't want to say sneak over to one of the cars, but I'll do my best to, when I'm done with this, to see if I can go and examine the wood.
Okay.
That sounds as dirty as it is.
The chunky wood.
Yeah.
That
That
smooth,
thick
smooth wood.
Sure. Roll a. Are you just trying to like discern quality?
Doing a hardness test.
Are you still topless?
I am sweaty. I'm not gonna put my clothes on top of that.
This should just
Be
be called.
illogical.
This would be like. This should be called Dragon Age, the TTRPG Dick Joe's version.
This
joke
is
version.
entire game
Elf
is just
dating
dick jokes.
sim.
It's fine. Yeah.
Isn't that what role playing's all about?
Hey, any
It's true.
TTRPG is a dating sim if you try hard enough.
You don't even have to try that hard.
Yeah.
Even Cthulhu?
Oh,
Yeah.
of course.
Definitely Cthulhu. Especially Cthulhu.
That Eldritch God.
Okay.
Hmm.
So,
Tentacles.
which of the cards would you like to approach?
I guess the closest one would make sense in this case.
Okay. Roll either cunning or perception, depending on the angle you want to take for inspecting this. It's either going off your knowledge or just a visual look.
Yeah, both the same. So I'm going to proceed.
All right. Oof.
Let
roll,
me
sir.
get a
You
stunt out.
examine that wood real
You
well.
examine the wood real good. Okay. Fair enough. And what you can tell is that this is really advanced craftsmanship. This is really fine work. The way that they've managed to, it's like they've taken a wood that is flexible enough to curve on the way, so that as it's going over, it is not like a rigid structure going over. It almost flows over. The wheels are beautifully made. This is really, really good craftsmanship.
Can I tell the
Crazy.
I want to say the age, but how long this has been crafted? Does
you
it
can
show
tell
like a lot
that
of wear?
There's areas where it looks like repair has been made, but not in that like it's a break and it's kind of like clumsily. The opportunity to like smooth out edges and so it's clearly something that was constructed maybe a while ago, and then just throughout time they're able to craft repairs. So it's pretty nice. So it may not have necessarily been built by, unless you find craftsmen who are like old. It's definitely been repaired by someone in the camp. It's nice work.
I'm going to simply bask in its glory at that point, and
Okay. The gentleman who's kind of standing beside you there is kind of like watching you curiously with a bit of a head tilt. Let me just pop up the main picture for you guys so you can get that. But he's watching you with a corked eyebrow. All players save changes. Show to players.
Oh, yes.
damn.
Damn.
Let's share this in chat so everyone can see this elf daddy.
Please see the self daddy.
If you ever wondered what an elf daddy looks like, here's the definition.
Oh, yeah.
Humana.
Yeah. So he's just kind of like watching you.
The police.
I know.
Yeah.
Call the
So
police.
you're too hot. You're too hot. It's a crime.
He's too daddy.
He's
You're
too daddy.
too
Okay, in
daddy.
that case, I'm gonna turn to Wood Daddy there.
Yeah.
That is very fine craftsmanship. You wouldn't happen
It
to
is.
know who produced the cart by itself, the wood? Who made this?
I do.
Compliment to the carpenter in this case.
I will pass on the compliments as necessary.
Where I'm from, I'm a woodsman. I work the wood as well, and seeing
I saw.
Oh, he worked that wood.
Whew.
Uh-huh.
And it's not often that I see something as beautiful as this.
We elves are good at producing beautiful work.
Very true.
Well, I don't know if the keeper has given you this kind of approval, but there are craftsmen with each clan. You could always go and inspect their wares.
Where would that craftsman be?
Other side of the camp. Any kind of points over to the other side. You can't necessarily see what is going on over there because there's a lot of stuff in the way. But he's pointing to like the opposite side.
Okay. I mean, it is getting kind of late right now. It's in the evening, I suppose.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go take a look tomorrow. You guys aren't leaving tonight, right?
No, we'll be here through the night and then traveling tomorrow, I think.
Okay, I'll see if I can catch him tomorrow then. Need to get the dinner ready.
You gotta eat a meal after all that hard work.
So that woodworking, yeah.
Yes, I need to replenish my my stores.
Are you traveling with us, or?
No, I'm with the one that just arrived. I don't know if we will be traveling with you guys. I don't think we've been through that just yet. I know we're staying here tonight, but I don't know past that.
Okay. Well, maybe see you around.
Oh, I'll be around. Right. I'm gonna take my leave.
See you around.
Gonna go and pitch your tent.
Tent has been pitched.
This bitch is pitched. Right. Okay.
That's enough of that.
Either Robin or Josette, what are you doing?
Josette's over with the horses and the mule. She would have first tended to her own horse, removing the saddle, giving him a rub down, checking his hooves, and then gone on to Bella's horse, and then to the other.
Okay. They seem to be good. They haven't had to do anything overly strenuous travel-wise. The mule is maybe looking a little tired, but they're resting, and they've got a lot of foliage to eat here, so they seem thankful of you giving them a.
Is there like a log or something for her to leave their saddles on? She'd remove them.
He did just chop up the
there's definitely
tree.
places.
So,
There are many a lot. Yes, there's
There
a
are
nice
many
little
ways.
area next to them that you could probably stick the stuff
Okay.
in to keep it safe. Yeah.
Alright. Then yeah, she'll remove all of their saddles and just make sure they're ready for the night.
Fine. You can get that sorted, no bother. Robin, what are you doing?
Robin just sort of doesn't know what to do, so she just ends up walking to the riverbank, or the pond between these two fine elf people, and just like looks up like at both of them. It's nice. That's a nice river.
The woman kind of just like does that really slow eyebrow raise at you, but the guy kind of laughs and he's like, "It is not bad as rivers go. You're right."
I'm not. Yes, it's pretty good water.
Are you a connoisseur of rivers?
No, not quite. It's just you both were by the river, so that's what I figured would be the current topic, because what I really wanted to open the conversation with is just very strange. But I wanted to tell you, and I look at this elf man. You have
very hot elf, man.
you have
He's like tilting his head at you.
your hair is really nice,
Oh, thank you.
and I was wondering what did you do to make it so nice?
Well, I washed it,
Oh.
and then I gave it a brush.
Oh.
But I'd like to think it is probably from my mum that I got this hair. Her
Oh,
hair was...
genetics, yes.
Mm,
Would you say
Sure.
that you have an oily or dry scalp?
ooh. And he looks over at the other elf, and she's just like giving him this look like, fuck, dude. He is well entertained. Probably oily, I would say.
That certainly would make sense, especially if you tend to brush it regularly. The oils should. I don't know how to talk to people unless it's about skin and hair products and their hair.
Are you a connoisseur of hair?
Products.
Oh.
Yes.
Well.
My papa was a barber in Osmar, or is a barber in Osmar. Yes.
All right. Can't say I've ever been to a barber before, but
You know, it seems you don't need it.
and he gives like this little like impressed look to the other elf, and she flips him off and walks away. She's gonna get some food.
It's quite.
What's your name, little lady? You know, I've never actually encountered people who are smaller than us before. This is... Sorry. I don't know if that's offensive or not. But...
you know, as long as you don't bend down to talk to me, it's fine.
All right.
But my name.
I'll not do that.
Thanks. My name's Robin, with a Y.
With a Y.
Yes.
If I ever need to write it down, I will remember that.
Okay. So.
I'm Dara.
Dara? Oh, it's nice to meet you, Dara. Have you been by this river very long? You know, like,
Yeah.
have you been camped?
Yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yesterday.
Nope.
Oh, how long do you tend to stay in a single spot? Just out of curiosity, if you don't want to tell me, it's fine. I understand if.
Sorry. I mean, if I thought you were a threat to us, I would maybe not tell you, but you seem unthreatening.
Yeah.
Well, in places like this,
Mm-hmm.
not very long. Humans tend to be rather aggressive towards us.
Yeah,
But,
fuck those guys, right?
Fuck those guys right off. You're right. But we when we're in a safer spot, we can be there for weeks.
Oh.
It's a little dangerous at the moment. We'll feel more comfortable once we're in the woods.
So this is a nice river.
We covered this, yeah. It's all right.
Given some hair product.
Of course. So, since you do not tend to cut your hair often, would you like a free sample?
Yeah.
Cool.
What do I do with it?
So, and it's the same stuff that I use in Arlen's hair. It will help with any sort of, you should do it in clean hair. My name, and this is a sample, but if you would like actual product, I can...
Could you apply it for me?
Yes, absolutely. And all of a sudden she gets really confident. She's like, oh, yes, please have a seat. I will show you how this is
He just
used.
he does that thing, some people without even needing to use their hands, they just immediately cross leg onto the ground.
Perfect,
Yeah.
perfect,
Just
perfect.
cross legs onto the ground.
And I'm gonna start picking away at his hair. It's like, please don't be offended, Dara, but would you mind if I gave your ends just a slight trim? They seem to be slightly,
Oh, please.
Oh, okay. And she's gonna
Go
get
on.
out her shears, and she's just gonna... My daddy just happily giving a haircut to this fine elf man here. Just yeah, and just kind of giving him some layers, and then she's gonna touch up his shave, and then she'll be like, all right, and then she'll just pull out products indiscriminately, for applying for it better, and then it's like, and this is what will be very good. It will keep your ends healthy, and less prone to breakage, and of course when you brush it, thus it will detangle easier, so thus less breakage, and I will apply it to his hair.
He's like, this is really relaxing.
Listen, you should get your hair done more often. You do.
I mean, we don't... we live in the woods.
That doesn't mean that you can't have great hair. I'm sure somebody here, if they need some tips on hair care skills, I could get it for you. As she's like, and there you are, here. And now, please, feel... And I'm going to pull out a small mirror. It's like, see?
the two mirror thing that
yeah, 2 mirrors, here's one, here's... And, if you had, you see how much better your ends feel now.
It's like, I didn't think my hair could feel softer, but... Does that sound weird? For hair to feel soft? It feels softer.
And do not worry, they're a natural sense. They will not attract predators or any of the sort.
Will they attract bees?
No. There is... No, they won't attract bees. Unless... I do have stuff for that if you want to attract bees, though.
I don't really want to attract bees at my head, no.
No, of course. Absolutely. But...
Alright, thanks.
You're welcome.
I don't really have anything do you want fish?
Yeah?
He kind of picks up a little crate thing, and there's a handful of fish in there.
Oh.
Pick.
Okay. I mean, what, why don't we have this fish together as payment?
Roll communication.
Get that dinner date.
By the way, chat, there is actually a focus. If you want to get a sub for a focus point, there's a seduction.
Yeah. So, communication,
Bella
right?
has that.
Seduce me with a fish.
Yeah. Seduce me with
Can I use
knowledge.
bargaining with it?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Oh no. Oh no, that's
not bad.
that's 15.
That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah,
That's
it's
pretty good. That's a good
15.
roll.
Yeah.
He's like, all right.
Can I establish? I would like eventually I would like to establish Dara as a contact with this clan.
I would say
Yeah.
being his personal hairstylist there and convincing him to eat fish with you is, yeah, you can.
They gossip when they get their hair done.
Exactly.
As a hairstylist, I can't tell you how accurate this interaction is. Bargaining services for food.
I spent a lot of
so
time in hair salons, but just not like as the stylist. I just have a lot of. I just treasure my hair.
So he gets up and he kind of like he leads you over to the fireplace and starts.
Do I see any of my companions as I walk by?
You can see. You would have seen that Josette was dealing with the horses throughout this encounter. You maybe can't see where Arlen went, but
as I pass Josette, I'm be like,
Josette'll just kind of tilt her head and just.
Go, girl.
Need me to save you? Question mark? Okay.
Okay,
This is something I do not want to be saved.
Don't save
please
me.
Don't save
Please
me.
don't save me.
Did somebody save me?
So, while that fish is being cooked, the rest of you, as your activities are kind of winding out, you would get the opportunity to perhaps go and get some food from them. There's like a big communal pot that's going on, so you can eat. Is there anything else people are wanting to achieve this evening?
I would like to ask, what's her name, Zara?
Yeah.
If they have a craftsman or someone who specializes in armor.
We have a couple, yes. There's two. You can head. They're just the other side of the camp.
Oh, thank you. I don't know how fast you could work, but something to maybe protect her a little bit more.
Oh. I mean, it might take a couple days if you're willing to travel with us.
I would have to talk with my group, but
I don't know what the keepers got planned, I'm afraid, but...
What was that? Sorry, I couldn't hear you. What was that?
Oh, I don't know what the keepers got planned, but, I think we're heading off tomorrow.
Well, I could at least check. I'm not sure what your keeper has planned either. I know we're being watched, but, hey, I get it.
We're wary of outsiders.
I totally
Not so much
understand.
yourself. I mean, between you and I, we're one of the more understanding tribes with city elves. But it's a bit difficult when it's humans. I mean, we have been harassed before a few times, so...
I definitely understand. So I'm sure they did. I told them they should, expect, because it is, elves and humans. Oh, we don't even need to get into that.
It's
That's
tricky,
like,
yeah. And I know some people can be a bit rude about it, but I guess that's what centuries of oppression does to a person. I don't know.
I totally understand. Trust me. God, see, when you live like right next to humans, the harassment is just,
I know. We did have a couple city elves staying with us for a while, and they were telling us stories, and it sounds horrible.
It is. It's very horrible. But we have our own little community.
Yeah. Well, if you come with me, and she kind of leads you out, and she points like directly opposite where she is, and you can see an area that is set up with like a proper workbench and a table, and an area where something is currently being hammered out. A bit of metal appears to be getting hammered out. There's an area over there that's she's like the crafts and people are over there.
All right. I'll go over just in case there's something that they could do with Andril. But if you'd like to pet her some more later, you're more than welcome.
Could I?
Yes.
She's so beautiful. Her coat's very glossy. Do you feed her a particular diet?
Well, I have dried meat for her, and I make sure she gets her good meat. I also brush her a lot. I have a special brush for her hair. It was given to me by my friend, Robin, actually. She even does dog hair. I mean, it's amazing. She does beautiful hair. You should go
Wow.
to her. She could maybe give like a haircut. I don't think you need it though. Your hair's pretty amazing, not going to
Oh.
lie.
Thank you. I mean, I try to cut it as often as I can, but it's quite dry.
Oh, well, she could help you with that probably. I think she's and I look over to like, she's right over there.
Yeah, you can see that she's
I am
cooking
busy.
something else right now.
Well,
Cooking her
maybe,
fish.
maybe after she's done eating, But
Oh,
she
she's
could
speaking
definitely.
to Dara.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Thank you.
yeah, feel free to find us and spend time with Andrew if you'd like. I know she loves you.
Oh.
And I assume Angela just kind of like wags her tail at her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, she's just so cute.
And
She
does
goes
the
back
little
down and just
paw
starts
thing.
like, yeah.
She does the little paw thing.
So she loves on her a little bit.
Yeah.
So you're free to go over to that area.
Oh, to go over to. This is the crafts.
Oui.
We. Hello.
Hello. So you can see two elves here. I really wish there was a smoother way to do this process. Gosh darn you, roll time too. So you see a woman who appears to be just around the back at the actual cart. She's like loading things into it. And then currently hammering out some what appears to be metal. So this guy.
What is with all these elf daddies?
He could hammer out something else, you know? just putting it out there.
Yep. I like that like regularly you have conversations in the computer game and it's mentioned in their books as well that like elves get like they're like canonically really pretty but like almost otherworldly pretty. They've got slightly bigger eyes. Normally they're meant to have like slightly bigger eyes than humans and very pretty, which is why they're often taken on as servants for yes, there's another elf daddy.
Yes, they're always.
Yeah. So that's who you see.
Yes, so then I will walk up to the man who seems to be working the bench.
It'll take a minute because he's busy hammering at the moment.
That's
so
fine.
not
I'll
noticed you
just watch
approaching.
him with like a slight smile.
Okay. Eventually he'll figure out that there's someone watching him and he'll kind of stop and just like turn his head to look at you, like hammer like mid. Hi. Hello.
Hi.
Can I help?
Yes. I was wondering if it was possible to maybe get something done for Andril here. And she points to her dog.
He like slow leans over his counter to like look down at the dog. He doesn't have to lean very far though. She's
He
quite
knows.
tall.
Andrew's like, oh,
He's like, oh, it was
Yeah.
not expecting
I imagine
Yeah.
like her head is just like on the workbench and like
Yeah.
Oh my
Her head's just on the workbench.
Having worked in a pet store, there are definitely dog breeds that like their heads are on the
Mhm.
counter.
Yeah. Her head's on the counter. He doesn't even have to. He just has to.
Yeah. He's I mean, I could. Gonna be fully customized. I don't normally have to create armor for dogs. Is that even a dog?
Yes,
like a
she's
horse.
Well, it's possible if you're small enough to ride on her back. I've had to do that in certain sticky situations, but it's not recommended to do it all the time.
Sure.
I don't have much money, but I could try. I have a lot of healing potions if that's handy to you. I'm not sure.
I'll need to speak to the keeper to make sure he's okay with us trading with you. But
Oh, of course, yes.
I guess we could do that. I mean, yeah, trading items could work. We've traded with city elves before.
What was your name?
Sharo.
Bella. I put my hand out.
He kind of looks at it a minute and like raises an eyebrow. But
If you
shakes
don't
your
want to
hands.
shake my, if you don't want to
That's
shake
alright.
my hand because I'm a city elf, I totally understand.
He shakes your hand. His hand is very callous because he's just like rough hand. He's a hard worker.
Well, if you have to talk to your, I know I've traded with Sarah. She helped heal Andrea here. I'm not sure.
Sure. Are you gonna be with it? How long are we talking here?
I'm not sure, to be quite honest.
Alright. If you can get the go ahead from the keeper, figure out something you're willing to trade or do for the tribe, that would be up to him, I guess. I could see what I could do. An interesting challenge.
Be the first of your tribe to make an armor for a dog. Yes, she's a dog again. He's just looking
Her
at
head
him
is
with.
bigger than mine.
Ah, that's just part of her charm.
Yeah.
Would you like to pet her? She's just
Yeah.
looking at him with like the little lolling tongue. It's like,
Slowly puts his hand out and like rubs along the top of her head.
just nudges into his hand. She's not going to bite, well, unless I tell her to, but you know.
Are you going to tell her to?
I don't know, should I tell her to?
I don't think so.
Then no, I'm not going to.
Okay. Right. Well.
I'll go talk to you then. Sorry, I
Okay.
didn't mean to disturb your work.
No.
You could continue, you know, hammering. It was a good show.
He kind of just raises another eyebrow at you awkwardly. I mean, if that's what you find entertaining.
In many ways.
Okay. Are you trying to seduce this man?
I'm just making a comment. I could try to seduce this man.
If that is what you're attempting to do, you can roll.
Oh god, you're
Do
gonna
it.
see this is gonna be the worst roll I've ever do.
All
uh,
ones.
Ah! It's pretty good.
Pretty good.
617.
Okay. He you notice him blushing a bit.
Yeah.
Well. Okay. And he just kind of, like, he doesn't really know what to do with himself, so he just turns around and starts hammering again. But he's blushing, it's like all the way up his long ears.
You know, you're quite tall for an elf. I assume he's taller than me, because most people are.
He is taller than you. Yes, he is definitely taller than you. He's like, taller than the majority that you've seen. There's a couple that appear, there's like 2 others that appear to be as tall as him. But, yeah.
Alright.
He's good. For the benefit of chat, by the way, because I realize you guys can't see them, he has like a dark flop of hair, and he's also got, they all seem to, there's a few of them that appear to have like this irate, and you're not sure if that's like just a fashion trend for these guys. Like, they've all kind of been like, this looks cool, let's all do it.
Sounds really good.
I've
That's
actually
how I've got-
linked some of these elf daddies in chat. Like,
You're welcome, chat. You're welcome.
like I had to share the beauty of these elf boys.
Yeah. And he's got a nice, intricate design. I don't know, because you've, the one, have you seen other Dalish other than the one that we've established that you know?
I mean, yeah, they would have been Dalish in my alienage, I would assume. And
Okay.
I met Malin, which is Yonata's mom.
Okay. He has, all of them have particular markings on their face, and some of them denote different things. So he's like markings, his are slightly green. And he's taller for an elf, and he's also broader, like he's got, like, he's quite strong, which is normally with elves, they're quite lithe little things. But he's broad of shoulder.
I'm just gonna look at him, like, tilt my head, like, you know, you're pretty big for an elf.
Yeah. And he kind of like, he stops and he processes, because at first you said tall and now you're saying big, and now he doesn't know what to do with himself. Yeah. Thank you, I guess.
Yes,
Is that a
yeah.
compliment? I'm not sure.
Yes, you are very nice to look at, I assure you.
Oh, okay.
Pretty climbable.
Yo, that's the
And he just kind of stops. Yeah. We could roll this into. I would try again. Go roll again for that
Seduction.
comment. Yeah, the first put definitely worked.
I hope this one is all ones, because that would be worse.
No,
Oof.
it's 12.
Okay.
Do I get advantage because I already seduced him?
You do advantage, but the DC would have been lower because it's the worked very well. He kind of stops and like places the hammer on the bit that he was working on, and he's like, "I can't say I've ever been told I'm climbable before." And you can
That's
hear
fishy.
someone laughing behind the other person. Is like, you know when you're trying really hard not to laugh, but you're like snort laughing at your
Yeah.
voice, trying to like control it. She's dissing herself.
It's a good compliment.
Mm.
You know, I'm going
Yes.
to go talk to your keeper, see if I can trade with you in goods or services. It's up to you. Is that him
Yeah. He's like, okay. I will defer to his wisdom on the matter then.
Alright.
Uh-huh.
I'll be camping
Um,
over there should you need to talk to me or anything.
Okay.
Alright. It's nice to meet you, Shadow.
And later that night, I'll feel like somebody's attacking her.
Yeah.
Bust in.
Don't worry, we'll move away. No, I'll go talk to the keeper and be like, yo, can I trade with y'all or
Okay.
goods services?
So we'll see how you do with your with keeper in a minute. Is anyone else doing anything else this evening? Anyone else just
My thirsty traveling companions.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'll probably go over to wherever they're serving food,
Yes. Yeah.
And,
There's like a central kind of camp area. Yeah.
and if I can partake, I will, and I'll sit quietly around a fire with them.
Yeah. So you can head.
Josette
round.
is actually kind of shy, so
Mhm.
she just picks on Bella because she's known Bella for a while.
Because it's easy.
Mhm.
Roll a perception check for me. I'll tell you what you're kind of seeing as people mill around, but just to see how much detail you're picking up.
There's my sheet.
So you see quite a few people. The majority of people actually that come at some point through the evening seem to come over and try to get some food from this area. The main person who is doing the cooking is an elf who has dark skin, much like the elf who led you in here. And she's got hair in braids that are all like wrapped up on top of her head, but they're like fully grey. She's an older elf. And there's a couple other women, one of whom is an older elf as well, and then there's a younger woman, but she's got like a choppy short hair that's that sort of grey-white that some others have. So they're sitting around the fire, one of whom, the one with the braids, is kind of stirring at this pot, and it's this nice, like, earthy, meaty stew. It seems really nourishing. You know what I mean? It's a nice meal. So when you come over and you sit down, she looks over at you briefly, raises a little eyebrow. She carries on a conversation, and the two older women seem to exchange a couple words, and then she fills up a bowl and extends it towards you.
Thank you. Smells lovely.
You're welcome. What is your name?
Josette.
Josette. Where are you from, Josette?
Orlais.
I sometimes travel through Orlais.
Hmm.
It can be difficult at times.
Very.
What brings you here?
Helping my friends search for someone.
I did hear of that. Searching for a young mage, are you?
Appears to have found herself in a bit of trouble.
And you are trying to help her?
We are.
Why, might I ask? Would you help a stranger? An elf, no less?
I don't think it matters who someone is. If someone needs help, you should help them.
Roll a communication roll for me.
Come on, just say you can do it.
Can I use persuasion?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
That is good morals for someone to have.
She nods in agreement.
Are you someone who frequently helps others?
I try to be.
Are you someone who has ever needed help?
Once or twice.
And the girl, should you find her, what is it you wish to do in terms of helping? What do you think would help her most?
Depends on what she wants. But we have a plan if she doesn't want to go back. We'll keep the people looking for her off her trail and make sure her family knows she's safe.
And you have spoken to the girl's family?
We spoke to her mother.
What did her mother say?
God, that was 2 weeks ago and I don't remember.
That's right.
Basically, it was like to help her, to see if she could help her find the clan, and to like give her some things that she wanted her to give
Mhm.
her.
It was
Just
like
give word that she was
a
alright.
handkerchief that was embroidered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. We have a gift to give her from her mother. And she gave us advice on who to get her in touch with.
May I see the gift?
Bella has it. Do I see Bella?
Yeah. You can see her speaking to someone just slightly further up from you. Like, she's really quite close.
She'll call for Bella.
I'll go ahead. Yes, you rang.
I was just talking to these ladies about our job.
Hello, good evening. Hope you're doing well.
We're well, child. Thank you.
What can I help with?
Do you have the handkerchief her mother gave us?
Oh yes, yes I do. 1 second.
Do you also have the bundle of clothes for her?
Yes. Her mother Milna wanted us to give her this handkerchief that she made for her, and as well her friend Lydia gave us some clothes and a note to give her. So we're hoping to give this to her.
Alright. She's gonna hold your hand now. For the handkerchief.
I'll give it to her.
She kind of turns over and looks over her hands, just running her fingers over the embroidery.
It's quite beautiful.
It's beautiful work.
I believe she made it herself.
Alright. And she passes it over to the other woman, who looks it over as well. And then eventually that woman is going to extend her hand to you. She's like an older, like she's holding the material. How's it back?
Is the design that's on it anything specific?
It is
was with
mostly
leaves.
it's leaves and vines and flora. It's very it's got that sort of like elven design
Okay.
on it, and then there's like the initials of her mother.
I'll take it back. I hope we could find her and give this to her. Maybe it'll give her some comfort. Something that she hasn't had in a while.
Perhaps. I hope you get to give it to her then, and that
That's
she may
right.
find some comfort. It is rare for elves such as she to get comfort.
I know. That's why we hope to achieve that. Josette here has been very helpful in our travels.
Josette's eyebrows raise up. She looks at Bella.
She's quite shy, but you know.
Well, I am
Rolls her eyes.
glad to hear it. We have met a handful of honorable humans in our time. Not many,
No.
and certainly in our time. And she kind of looked. The two women kind of looked to each other. We've been harassed many times. There are elves here who existed in other clans who were attacked and killed, lost their families. It's a story that is very common.
Yes, I have a really good friend, Dalish elf. His clan was taken over.
It happens, sadly.
It does.
So, we are cautious, but we do not mean to be cruel. She looks towards you, Josette.
She just nods and keeps eating.
Mm-hmm. Well, it will be interesting having you around tonight. Will you be going about your own business?
Tonight? Yes, we're just here. Glad that you all gave us a place to stay. I don't know if the elder wants us to travel with you for a few days, or what he wants, but the keeper, not the elder. But I will be talking to him pretty soon. I'm hoping to do trade with you.
Trading with others does keep us going. I am sure you will be welcome to travel with us, especially at least to try and assess the make of you all, and if he can trust you with the life of an elf.
Of course. And if she's not here, then hopefully she has made her way by those days.
Perhaps. And she kind of glances over to her friend, and you notice that this woman, the darker skinned elf with the braids, has markings that you do recognize, Bella, because you've had it explained to you. She has the markings of Andro on her face. And she says, if you really want to prove yourselves to people such as ourselves, you could go on a hunt.
I
Take
would
down a
love
great
that.
beast. Prove your worth and commitment to this task that you have given yourselves to keep this young one safe.
Well, I would accept that. My Dalish friend, he was a hunter and he taught me a few things. Obviously, I'm no actual Dalish hunter like yourself. And I look to the woman that has the Andriel markings. But I've learned a lot.
Well, seems suitable. I will instruct him.
Right.
Or you will. And she kind of looks at the other woman, and the other woman just kind of like smirks.
I could, I would like to tell my group if they are alright with that.
That is acceptable.
Yes.
You will find there may be other tasks you could undertake if you want to try and gain favor with our people, but this one I set to you. It was a challenge.
I think we could make do with that. I look over to Josette. And I'm assuming Robin's around.
Yeah, I mean, Robin is having.
Robin's there.
Robin
You're
is
the
having-
She's
camera.
just not
Yeah.
listening to anybody.
Yo, Robin's having fish, motherfucker. Okay.
He's talking you through like his favorite kind of fish. He's like, you know, personally I prefer like a white fish because I like the meatier texture when you're eating it rather than
We don't get a lot of seafood in Ozmar, so I tend to enjoy it when it comes about.
Weird if
yes.
you found fish down there, yeah.
Yeah, it's.
So he's just like chatting away. He seems like a bit of a chatterbox, honestly. So
Yeah,
he'll talk to you about.
I'm
anything.
into it. I'm
So,
totally
You
into
can boil it,
Yeah.
fry it, put
Yeah.
it in a stew.
boil and mash and put him in a stew.
Yeah, no,
Um,
like, yeah, no.
What's it like down there? It must be weird.
It is cold.
Oh.
And there is always the threats of darkspawn, of course, being so close.
Yeah.
So there is that. But
It feels really like, I can't imagine living in something so
well, it doesn't
closed in.
It's you would think that it's this, but it's more this. So make a huge arcing like it's the underground is quite intricate. Like of course that there's just these small narrow caverns that nobody likes being in, but when you get to these
miss the sky.
The sky, well, water does fall down from it and get you wet, so there is that.
Water does fall down from it, you're right.
Yeah, whereas it doesn't underground.
Right.
So.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So it's better for your hair.
So the other two, while you're having this like serious conversation with these two elder women of the tribe, you can just hear her and this guy who's like, yeah, totally, I can see that, yeah.
Is he like a little bit of a himbo? Just a little bit?
Yeah, himbo mixed with like stoner boy energy, you know, like, yeah.
I mean, nope.
He's cash, he's
Stoner.
cash.
He's
very
pretty
casual.
He's
casual.
stoner, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is perfectly fine because he has great hair.
Yeah, his hair is looking beautiful right now.
Yeah.
That firelight from the campfire is looking great.
It's
against
just,
the glossy
it's
locks.
just like bouncing off his light. Yeah, no, it's one of the my father spent a lot of time on the surface, and that's how I ended up on the surface to sort of help run the business with the business of
right,
the trade and you know, father is usually here on the surface while Papa is in the barber shop.
Oh, you got two dads? That's cool.
I do have two dads.
Nice.
Yes. My father is significantly older than my Papa.
Oh.
Yes.
One of those relationships, huh?
It is one of those relationships. So it is. But you know, it definitely made for an interesting upbringing. Sometimes Papa is very dramatic, and I have to leave, and sometimes we both just have to leave. So
I've known people like that before. Yeah.
But when we're
high energy, you know.
Right, but when we're all together, it makes it even better, because there's some times where we have to be away from each other. So when I am with Father and Papa, it just all feels good to be together again. So maybe one day, if your clan ever approaches Azamar, you can check out Papa's shop and maybe have more long-term hair care solutions for you.
Maybe. I mean, we travel past it when we're going into our life, so you know.
Perhaps you should you just should look for Cadric beauty supply and
Is he like down on the inside though? Because I feel like they wouldn't let us down on the inside, and I don't know if my people would be cool with me going down.
Well, perhaps you can send a messenger, and if I'm there, of course, I could sneak you in.
Ah, cool.
Yeah, absolutely, I could sneak you in. So where do you spend the night? Because I don't know if you noticed,
To the
but
point.
my friend Bella here seemed to have been cozying up to your boy over there. He's and I usually bunk with her, so.
Do you say that loud enough for like everyone around the campfire to hear?
I mean, it's just like a normal voice. So like, unless someone is like really listening, like, or like,
And
yeah.
are we all listening to this conversation?
Oh yeah.
You guys noticed that one of the older women raises a very high eyebrow at that comment. But he's like, oh yeah, That's funny. He looks to Bella.
Yeah.
I was just trying to get some armor for Andril here.
Yes, that's exactly what you were trying to get.
She got a bite from a spider, and I'd rather not have to do that again.
But I'm just saying, there might not be room for me, and I was just...
You could definitely sleep in my tent.
He's laughing, and then he realizes the two older women at the cut, and he stops laughing. And then it's like,
But I was
My
just...
tent sleeps too if you need somewhere to sleep.
Oh, I
My
didn't want to
tent
sleep.
sleeps.
I wanted to continue this conversation of
He didn't want to sleep.
of meshing
Oh, okay.
meshing cultures.
So you rather sleep into his his home or instead of sleeping with Josette?
Dara, they are trying to assume that I wish to have sex with you. Like that's the
didn't
vibe.
like,
That's-
just the bridge of his eyebrow, and like looks to the and the two women are like giving him glares, and he's like,
I think that is quite rude, if I'm not mistaken.
No, I'm just pointing out the facts. I know you're a very friendly person. She likes to make friends everywhere she goes.
Yes.
She has great hair products. If any of you would like to try them,
Yes.
she likes to shit it around.
I
would never suggest
There's a
that,
ca-
Robin.
there is-
You are an honorable woman.
Of course I am, and I
Well,
made a...
I'm gonna go sulk now that I'm done eating. Joseph Bella like a... Oh, she walks up just, oh, woe is me. Passed over for another again.
He's blushing. Roll a communication roll for me, please. There.
All right. Wow.
Is it bad? Is it
No,
bad?
it's really good.
19.
See,
He just says, I mean, why don't we? We were speaking about fishing, so we could go and speak about fishing.
By the river that we met at.
Yeah,
Yes.
not that we're gonna like.
I-
He looks to the women, and the two of them are doing that like ladies there, and he's like, we're gonna, sorry.
Let's go by the
we're-
river.
Yep. Like, take you.
She's a very friendly young girl. It's
So
fine. You'll be
friendly.
fine. So friendly.
And the older woman, not the darker woman with the dreads, the other woman just kind of gives you this look, and she was like, and you were speaking to the craftsman?
Yes, I was looking to trade with him. Should I not do that?
Roll a communication. I guess it's deception.
Well, it's the truth. It's the truth. It's the truth.
She wants to trade for services.
She knows what she's asking. She knows what she's asking.
That's that's 18. I just see Andril here. I hope you take no offense that I named my dog Andril, but she's a really good hunter as well. She helped me out in a fight. And she got bitten by a spider, poison. I went to Zara. She was very well. She was very kind, and she helped Andril. And I was hoping to maybe trade with your craftsman for maybe some custom armor for her. I know that Ironbark is top notch. Can't get anything better, really. So.
Well, I can't imagine my son will craft you something out of ironbark, but he might manage to make
Did you say son?
Yes.
Is this the older woman or the one with the dreads?
The older woman.
Well, it doesn't have to be Ironbark, but I know that Dalish craftsmanship is tough to beat, you know?
I agree.
And you have a very kind son, you know? He really liked Andril, and she liked him.
Good to know. Well, speak to the keeper,
I will.
my husband, about it.
Wow. You really did it.
You really put your foot in it this time, Bella. Oh, I wish Josette was still here.
Oh,
We'll just
definitely.
wait till the morning, I'm sure.
I'm sure. I was just looking to maybe trade potion. I have healing potions to trade. If I could help you out in the hunt, that'd be, decent. Whatever you see is preferable for some armor for my dog.
Well, we can come to an agreement tomorrow.
Of course. Thank you so much.
So she kind of lets you leave. Arlen, what have you been doing during this current conversation?
I'm just eating and looking at everything, and when it all ends, like, this is really good fish. Can I have some more?
Of course.
Thank you.
They give you a nice big second hearty bowl. And Robin, you're for sure making out with Dara down by the river. Right?
Hell yeah!
Nobody can see it happening.
Hell yeah, we are making out. I'm gonna go for a spin
She's
later.
the only one that got some.
And with that interesting
got fish.
dating sim version edition of In Darkness Unbroken, that is where we will end tonight while people go and take their rest.
So I'll be the only one sleeping in my own cot. Is that what's going on here?
I am in my own tent alone.
Yeah.
Hurt.
Yeah. Feeling
Sad.
better? Sad.
I got.
So it's a sorry.
See how it is.
I mean, Josette, you're cute. No, but have you seen this guy's hair?
So, interesting conversations all around. Can't wait to have the following day.
All right.
In 2 weeks' time.
All right. Thank you,
Well
everyone.
done, guys. Well done.
Thanks, guys, for showing and for coming and showing up. It was a blast. I was looking forward to this all week and definitely not disappointed. So we got a few days off before we are back on Wednesday on the channel. We have 2 games on Wednesday. I will be in the Dungeon Master seat again with my D&D 5 campaign, The Roots of Ragnarok. And then Wednesday evening, we have our weekly show, also D&D 5e. Hold up a second. My brain just farted. Revenge of the Geth. They both start with R's. And then Thursday evening, we have our Pathfinder 2e campaign, The Lost Tale of Euzolia. And then back around in the week, it just rotates. Tune in, y'all. Just tune in. We always got some. I like this 3-day stretch because it's like these 3 days is my chore stretch. I call it every other week. But we got stuff going on the channel. Everyone else, let us know where we can find you on the internet, what kind of projects you got going on, all that good stuff. And we'll start with Alex.
I have big plans in 2 weeks to talk to that craftsman. Aside from that, that's my game. I don't think I have anything else planned at the moment.
Don't hit on my boy. Don't hit on my... I already got it. I mean, I probably shouldn't, but...
Listen, you take one side, I take the other.
It's appropriate for Dragon Age.
All right, I'm leaving.
All right. Y'all be sure to follow Alex on Twitter, please, at TegGambit. Next we have Satan. Satan, where can we find you?
Hey everyone, my name is Satan. You can find me at Alyssa Vamp. I play many games like this one every 2 weeks. It's an amazing game. Every Saturday at 8 o'clock p.m. you can find me at Plot Hunters. We're an all LGBTQ, POC, and women's channel. Tonight, unfortunately, we won't have a game because our DM is not feeling that well, so send all the good vibes. And you can find me 3 times a week over at Sarah's channel, The Head Goblin, DMing for them and Emma for this little homebrew adventure that I got. And also, you can find me here again in the next 2 weeks trying to flirt with the keeper's son. Emma.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yep.
Oh God.
And thank you so much, Satan. Sarah, where can we find you, fam?
Yeah, you can find me here in 2 weeks' time. I really hope Josette finds out about that shit show that went down at the end after she left, because she will never let Bella forget that. And 5 days a week, you can find me over on my own channel, twitch.tv/The Head Goblin, where I play the video games 2 days a week, and 3 days a week I play D&D with our lovely DM here and Satan.
Nice.
Where I get to be the saucy one.
Yeah.
I have to be saucy at one of my games.
Alright. Cool beans. And of course, last but not least, our wonderful game master, Emma.
Hello, everyone. That was a wild ride. Perhaps quite literally in some people's cases. Yeah, I'm Emma or Hamalu at the internet. Emma or Hamalu on the internet. You can find me at Hamalu on Twitter. I'm here every 2 weeks on the Saturdays playing this game. Running it for these beautiful people. Every 2 Thursdays, I am in a campaign with Val. She's a fellow player where we're running around the world of Ashen Val, and I play an idiot drunk bard. And then 3 times a week, I am on the Hype Goblin channel with these lovely people playing my Moon Elf Druid, who's lovely. But yeah, that's where you can catch me. Come say hi on Twitter. And thank you very much for joining in tonight, guys. That was hilarious.
It was great.
It's true to form for Dragon Age that it just became a dating sim because
Yeah,
let's be real.
that's what we do. That's what we do. That's what it
Think
is.
about Dragon Age.
And speaking of, we will go say hello to a fellow Ashafel member,
Yeah.
our friend Martin. He is playing some D&D right now over at
Okay.
Pink Mun. So we're gonna go show him some
raid.
love and raid him. So everybody wave. Bye, nerds.
Bye.
Come on, OBS.